will show you you're alive. And listen to this fat bass that will send the blood coursing through your veins.
Bulls Radio Lounge, the Bullshitter Show, only on YouTube.com. Welcome to this sort of special edition Sunday live show.
Live.
We had proper things in place. We had all this stuff going, and then we sort of got into a production meeting, which I think went quite well. Yeah?
It went real well.
Like
Yeah.
I yelled at. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it wasn't too bad, was it?
It's great.
It's never bad.
It's productive. That's why it's called a productive.
It's always just
Produ-
testosterone if it gets out of hand.
Productive-tion.
Hey, what'd you say, productive or
Productive-tion.
production?
That's a combination. Productive, production.
That's a new compound word.
Gotcha. Welcome to the show, July 28th on this Sunday. How you guys' weekend going?
Good. Mine was
Yeah.
pretty good. I didn't.
What'd you do?
I saw the Spider-Man movie yesterday.
Did you?
finally. Yeah.
How was that?
It was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it better than I thought I would because I got to tell you, I rolled in there not sure. I'm not really a big this review said this, that review said that.
Uh-huh.
And Jake Gyllenhaal did a pretty good job as the Mysterio character.
I thought so too.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Is that the one that's Far From Home?
Yeah.
Yes.
How long are we out now? We're out over 4 weeks, right?
That is 4 weeks.
So let's
actually.
we can talk about it, I guess,
When he-
right?
Oh, yeah, you can give your review on
Yeah,
it.
if anybody
If
hasn't
you've seen a movie-
seen it by now,
Listen
well,
to-
I'd like to wait 2 weeks because, some people like to wait for the
Right.
crowds to go away.
I also worried about that. I didn't hear anything for 4 weeks. When we were heading out the door, I said, man, this has been out 4 weeks. I haven't heard one spoiler.
Over 1 billion.
So, great.
So-
wow, I kept out
Have
of
that
that
have
one
seen
pretty
the
good.
movie?
Made over $1 billion.
Made
Really,
I
so
believe.
far?
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
over $1 billion for a
Spider-Man.
guy to walk on walls.
It's the MCU now, bro. It's the continuation of the 20. It's the 23rd movie now, or the 24th movie, something like that.
I don't know.
It's in the 20s now.
How many movies is there officially?
Like 20,
23?
23,
23.
24. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, check that out. But
All right,
since
so
we can't give it
Spider-Man.
away, Jake Gyllenhaal does flip the script, and he goes from a good guy to a heel, and it worked. It worked.
It worked?
It worked for him.
All right.
Because the last good thing I saw him, well,
Did you like Tobey Maguire in the first one?
You talking the very, very first one?
Yeah,
Okay.
the very first one.
I did.
Okay.
I did. I thought it worked. He was a good Peter Parker. That's a tough role. That's a tough role to play. I thought he did pretty good. Garfield,
I think one played one character good, and the other one did the other one good, and then this kid now does it all good.
yeah.
Was he? Did he play in Garfield? Tobey Maguire?
No,
That's
Toby
what he said. He said
no,
play Garfield.
Garfield was the second Spider-Man because they
Yeah,
redid
the
it.
Andrew-
Oh.
Yeah, this
Is it
is
Andrew?
like the
I'm going-
third rendition.
I'm going by titles.
No,
Oh, I'm
yeah.
You
sorry.
guys are Garfield. I'm thinking Garfield the cat.
No, give me some lasagna.
I hate Mondays.
Hey, Odie.
Good Lord.
Sorry about that.
Chewy Rock says hi. What's going on, Chewy Rocks?
Hey, Chewy Rocks.
So, no, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Garfield the cat.
No.
So, Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire.
We went from the MCU to Saturday or Sunday morning comics.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
Man, you had me tripping there for a minute. I was like, whoa.
Apologize for that. I like Tobey Maguire was good, and
Uh-huh.
I was ranking the Spider-Man, not the movies. That's what
Okay.
I was doing. So that,
Just the actual comic book character.
but I had to
himself.
check it. It is Andrew Garfield, right?
It is Andrew
Okay.
Garfield. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to remember in my head. So yeah, he was all right. He was all right. But this kid, he's right. Lent's right. This kid, he's put together the perfect package. Actually, they said, I apologize, Bull. They
No,
said
go ahead.
when he came in to audition for the role, he actually did one of those like sideways Spidey flips.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
and he does it when he visits kids in hospitals. He does. The kid's agile, man. I mean, he came into this role ready to play this role. So
I
you got to give
believe
him that,
Far From Home was the 23rd.
23rd.
Yeah.
man. They're
So,
Now, speaking of this, are you going to actually, or would you actually watch all the Marvel movies at one time?
Lent. I'll let you.
I mean, I
I'll
don't-
You know
let
what I'm talking about?
I'll
Like-
let you
I'd-
front that one.
I don't
man.
think I'd last, dude.
From
That's too
start
many
to finish?
hours. I mean, I could do it over, if I wanted to watch one a day. I
Where?
could do that.
What do you mean where?
What location? Would I have to do it in a theater, or can I do it in my home theater?
I would say home theater, unless you want to do it in a theater. I mean,
So does
that'd be
sleep?
kind of.
Is sleep allowed to happen in this occurrence?
I don't know. You guys are the comic
No.
book guys. I want to
No.
say no.
So you got to go straight through. I'm not
Straight
lasting,
through.
bro. I'm going to sleep.
No?
I'm passing out. I'm
You
at
can-
home.
You can pee, crap, and eat.
Pee, crap, and eat, but I'm still passing out because once I eat,
Uh-huh.
Wow.
done. I couldn't do it.
Now, what happens if they made you sort of wake back up and watch what you've already missed? Or you couldn't go home till you watch all of it.
So
That-
I'm not
no.
home at this point. Wow. So I'm trapped until I watch
Yeah.
them all. I guess like in the what is it? What movie was that? The Clockwork Orange when they held that guy's
Oh,
eyes open
yeah.
and put the shit in there. I
That
guess you got
was-
to do that till I get through it.
Have you seen that one?
Not recently.
never seen A Clockwork
I have
Orange?
seen it, but I was in a different
That's some
state of
psycho
mind
shit
before
in
you
that
guys
movie,
start
dude.
jumping
That
on
movie
me.
was off the
Don't
chain.
ever
on
watch that
man.
movie drunk. I don't remember anything about it.
Okay.
Ever.
So you
So
didn't
you
watch any
watched
of
the
it.
movie drunk.
I
Is
did.
that what we're saying?
Yeah, I came in
How
late
much
one
did you
night.
have?
We're talking about an all night's worth.
Oh, okay.
An all night's worth. And it was on, so I said, "Hey, let me check this out." And I couldn't keep up with it or catch what was going on, and just haven't had a chance to catch it again. And I hear, it's really a great, cult classic, know, and yeah, I want to check that out for
Yeah,
sure.
shout out to YouTube. It's available for $3.99 for your viewing pleasure.
Is it really?
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's it gonna do for me?
Netflix subscription though. You can watch it on Netflix. You.
Uh,
What it'll do? It's a cult classic, man.
Oh, sorry. I was wandering off on something else.
1971 drama mystery.
What
it
year?
was a drama mystery.
1971. Yeah, 90% on Rotten
Hold
Tomatoes.
on a minute.
How is that a drama mystery?
How did that come out in 71?
That's what it says.
Did
here.
they-
Release date December 19th, 1971.
Did they not watch the film?
I don't know. I
That
guess,
is not no drama.
what would you put it under?
What would you?
That
Thriller?
What milieu would you?
Thriller-ish?
Oh, that
put
was-
under?
Thrillerish, maybe? I don't
no,
know.
no.
What would you put it
that
under?
wouldn't
Sicko?
even classify. Sicko, yeah.
There's
No,
a new division in movies, folks. It's called Sicko.
Well, I don't know if that's new. There are those, S&M.
show
and
me where.
No,
Bondage.
yeah,
if-
but
if
show me
you-
where the Sicko
but anyway.
category is.
like that's one of the movies that you don't forget. The Clockwork
Clockwork
Orange.
Orange?
Yes.
Yeah, especially that
Alright.
one scene where they actually have that dude's eyes propped open,
Yes.
putting drops in them so he can watch the video over and over and over. and
Basically,
over.
what he was doing, okay. So the whole deal is he's with this gang, right? And what happens is as he's going with this gang that sort of have like these masks and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
Or that they wear to, break into people's houses, right?
Oh, okay.
So they destroy.
Don't remember.
They
any of this.
destroy the houses, right? And then they sadly to say rape the women.
Yes, true.
They rape the women in the houses,
Yes.
right? So finally they caught the guys, and they caught one of the guys, I think, if I remember correctly, right? And what they do is they sit there and hold his eyes open with these little picks, right? Yeah. For like, I think, what is it, a week or 24 hours?
no.
It's torturous for even 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
It's
oh
hurting
my
they
me
just
God.
put-
thinking about
And
it.
they just put drops in his eyes to soak the eyes, right?
Right.
And then they
You
make
have
him
to
watch.
keep them moist.
Yeah.
Does he say
well,
that?
well, no. They,
No, but
Oh.
you have to keep
here's
them
the kicker,
moist.
right? They make him watch porn movies, right?
Yeah.
While that's his
That's his punishment.
not really punishment, his medicine, 'Cause
How's that medicine?
They're trying
He's
to
being
change
doled out
his.
some medicine here.
They're trying to change his mindset.
Oh, I understand.
This
You see
is
what
the
I'm saying?
McDowell flick, Rick. Right? Correct?
Kubrick.
No, who starred in it? Who was the lead gentleman?
Oh,
in
I
it?
don't know.
Yes. Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell. That's what I thought. 71.
71. That's what it says. here.
Good gosh.
But yeah, it's
Saw it in the 80s. Thought it came out in the 80s.
It looks 80ish, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
but this is A Clockwork Orange was a very unique film, right? A film that's not really rated for
Whatever you guys are looking at, what milieu does your thing put it under? Your
Well,
article.
I've got it up here on Netflix.
No, my article
Okay.
here put it under drama mystery. That's why Bull was like, "What the
I don't.
fuck?"
That's a drama. That's not a drama mystery.
Screw that app.
It's like
Yeah.
crazy shit movie.
That's
crazy, like insane.
Yeah, psychotic.
Psychotic, good one.
Psychotic.
You know.
Under the psychotic section.
Like along the lines of Rosemary's Baby?
Nah,
No.
not really. No.
Okay.
This is kind of one of those movies that's
Would
like,
you-
Would you
So
classify it as
stupid.
like Carrie or no?
Loved Carrie.
nah, Carrie was more of a horror.
Horror.
Very
so this
horror.
Can't be real horror.
Horror was
Extremely horror.
psychotic / horror.
Or Carrie.
Carrie, the first one or the
Cool.
original
all
or
of, well, all of them, I guess, because they're all remade in some kind of form of the
Yeah, but
original.
the first
right?
one-
Remake sucked.
Remake
Remake.
sucked.
all right. So what was a horror movie that you found that was just like all time freaked you the fuck out?
Freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Freaked me the fuck out.
All right, I got two stories
Of
for
course.
two horror movies.
Two
but
stories.
the one that has freaked me out that I have not.
By the way, do
I-
you think we should take the Cards Against Humanity thing off the live camera?
No, leave it there.
Leave it
Oh,
there?
in
It's a
case you were
monthly
wondering,
thing.
that's Cards Against Humanity,
All
folks.
right.
Yeah,
Hey,
Wanna
if
make
you guys
sure.
want us to play around, chime in.
Yeah.
So Halloween.
Yeah.
To answer that question directly, Halloween.
Which one?
The original.
The original?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, really freaked me out.
Yeah.
Now Halloween 2, because when I went to see Halloween 2, I came out of the midnight movie, so it was close to like 1:30.
Okay.
Got home, or actually I was hanging out with a buddy. We got back to his house, and Halloween 1 was on TV. So we were like, just a couple of freaked out kids. But the most freaked out I've been was when I went to see Dawn of the Dead.
Oof.
When it
Really?
when it first came out, and my mom took me to see it.
Nice.
And we were sitting there in the midnight viewing at Varsity 6 Theater. And
That's a blast from the past.
yeah, exactly. And the movie started, and there's this scene. It's really great for its time. I'm talking about the 70s Dawn of the Dead, the original. And, the guy comes out, and he takes a bite out of that chick's neck, and as soon as that happened, the film melted in half. So
Really?
yeah.
The
so
actual
everybody,
film?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So everybody that was sitting there in the dark, and getting ready. You could just feel
Yeah.
the going off of screaming, but the lights went up quick. The guy came in and he said, "We apologize. We had a little problem with the film. Everybody here can go out and pick one item from the concession stand, any item, big, small, popcorn, soda, on the house." So so we all did that. About 5 minutes later, they had it fixed and rolled it from the beginning.
Wow.
Yeah. So
So you were there for what, like 3 hours almost?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy that the film would burn
I know.
spontaneously.
Yeah,
Spontaneous
Creep.
combustion.
It was creepy at that time. I'm like, what? However old,
I'm
10,
like
11, 12, whatever it
700
was.
years old at the time.
Yeah. So
Lynn, what about you?
I'd say
All time.
Well,
All time.
Roxana's chiming in saying, "What about The Shining?" That's a freaky. fucking
Shining was
movie.
good.
That's freaky too.
The red rum?
Red rum, red rum.
Red rum. Red rum.
The two twins on the bikes rolling down the hallway. Here's Johnny.
That is probably the most played scene in that entire, like any commercial.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
yeah,
But nobody could have done it like Jack.
Oh, no.
I love Jack.
crazy.
Jack's got that still Joker face.
Oh man,
Yeah.
he's
That's-
still good in the shit he does.
Red rum.
That is.
But for me, I would agree. I think it's Halloween that sticks
Halloween will be an anthology, actually.
out. There it is, red rum. Dude, if you hear this shit in a bar or something and you're by yourself, what are you gonna do?
Nothing, man.
Just sit there and go, okay, I guess it's my time.
Just keep
I
on
guess
drinking.
I'm dark, man. I'd want to know.
Would you say, come out to play? Red rum, red rum.
I like haunted houses.
I'm cool with haunted houses, too.
I like haunted
But,
houses.
real shit's kind of red rum.
Yeah.
All by yourself in a bar.
How? I mean,
You're closing it down. Nobody else in there. You know that there's nobody else in there. Red rum, come in.
would you investigate or?
Come in the cooler.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did I do?
I don't know.
What do you mean? What did you do?
I didn't
to
do anything
deserve
to that.
the experience?
I
Or-
actually.
No, that
There's-
ghost has no business going after me because I know I did nothing wrong to it or to anyone in its family.
What if it was just reading a label in the cooler? Red rum, red rum.
I would go investigate. I would want to know where that's coming from.
House of a Thousand Corpses was chimed in also.
Ah,
Yeah,
That wasn't bad.
But it's gory. It's
It's
sick.
gore, yes.
It's sick.
the first one, I'll give you that. But
well, when they go to the round 2,
I'm still
round 3,
mad
it
at
gets
him, too.
watered
Yeah.
down, but it's still
Still
kind of
mad
gory.
at
The
him for
second one
trying
was
to do
fucked
that
up
Second
too.
one
too.
was really screwed up.
Yeah. That's out on the loose. That's not on a compound.
they're coming out with a new one, by the way.
Yeah, and I'm sure
Are they
it'll
really?
Be, I'm sure it'll be
Yes.
sick.
Yeah,
Well, you see John Wick making money off of 3. You see all these people making money. You got to do something.
John Wick's
God,
good.
I don't even watch that.
You got to watch it, bro.
No.
No,
I
bro. Listen,
can't. I
just for
can't.
the action alone, you'll be like, "Wow, what
And
the
what
fuck?
a-
Holy shit!"
What about the other one? That not John Wick. Is that the one with
Keanu.
Keanu Reeves?
Keanu.
Yeah,
the
and it's a
Matrix
good
guy.
storyline too.
What about what was the other one with Matt Damon?
Oh, Jason Bourne.
Yeah, did you watch that? Is
I
that,
watched
is
them
that
all
like that
except
one?
for the one they brought in, the dude who played Hawkeye. I watched everyone with Damon. I don't-
Jeremy Renner?
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
All right,
'Cause
I've
it's
never
against
seen
the
any
grain.
of them.
It's
So
against the grain. You
I-
can't Jason Bourne somebody if you're not Jason Bourne.
I don't even know what is Jason Bourne. What is Jason Bourne? What is his character?
He was like a military experiment. I think they were experimenting on a bunch of people, and he's one of the ones that got the hell out, but doesn't
So,
know anything. So
is
he's
it
trying
like-
to figure out who he is, what he is, where he came from, kind of.
Is it like Soldier? Remember the movie Soldier, where they turned like
With Mario Peoples?
Is that, I can't remember the actor's
Mario
name.
Van Peebles?
Back in the 90s, I think.
Oh, that was Solo. Not
Solo.
Soldier.
Yeah, Solo.
That was Solo.
You know, have you
not
seen
Han
that?
The
one?
only
Solo.
Solo I realize is Han Solo. Yeah, I don't even know what the hell that movie
No,
is.
it was like a
I knew that was
universal
coming.
type soldier. You know that the
Oh,
military
okay.
made into
I'm
like this
remembering now.
kind of like Terminator, right? But not Terminator. He was just a soldier guy that would always follow orders and super strong. And does that make sense?
Does make
It
sense.
does make sense, yes.
The
Yeah.
movie just doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, Solo. That was not a bad movie.
It
So
really
what was your all time? That movie freaked me out.
I'm gonna go Halloween because I
Halloween?
remember it distinctly at my grandmother's house being on TV. Me watching it, going, "What the fuck is that?"
So
and
you're
then the dark was like pretty
the
bad
music.
for a while.
Uh-huh.
The
Yeah,
music made
the
that
music and the
movie.
way they put him in shadows.
That
That was
great
on purpose.
Film work.
Yes.
Great film work.
Yeah,
was good
because it
purpose.
scared the shit out
Yeah.
of people. And then you go trick or treating on Halloween. That next Halloween, good luck. Oh, and that's another thing. Remind me.
What?
Let's get into that right now.
What?
There's a petition
For
about
what?
putting Halloween on the last Saturday.
I've
of the
already put a
month.
kibosh on that. Don't
Yeah,
worry about
but
it.
what the fuck, people? Halloween has been the 31st
Okay,
forever.
first of all, you can start a petition
Now, hold on,
and
hold
say,
on.
I started a petition, and that in itself will create that this kind,
this is going to be
This
because
kind of-
of the
this
younger
kind of
people. I'm telling you,
well,
the younger
it's not
people
gonna-
who are inconvenienced that they have to go out during the week
It won't
after
happen.
their hard day of work.
It won't happen.
Wah.
It won't happen.
So what you're
It
saying
won't
is
happen
that-
because you've said, make it so.
Basically.
So what are you saying? Like people
Oh,
want
I
to
agree.
change it to a
Poltergeist was
weekend,
They
or
want to put it on the last Saturday of the month, so it's always on a Saturday. What's the fun in
And-
that?
and Halloween is when?
The 31st.
31st.
No, I know that, but when? Like on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Wherever it lands.
Usually,
Okay.
it it follows the guides of
My question is, who cares?
this guy.
No, I'm saying who cares if it's whatever day it falls on. Who cares?
The people who are inconvenienced that their lives have to change during the week.
Oh, get over it.
And their kids have to go out late at night trick-or-treating.
Listen, if you want
How
to,
could
That's
this
part
happen?
of it. First
Yes,
of all,
you and I
it never
realize
goes
that.
past. Yeah, but even back then, it never went past 9 o'clock.
Right, 9,
so I
9:30,
don't-
shut down
and
the
then you
operation.
shut your lights
Right.
off, and you're done.
Or if
30
they knock on the
30
door, I'm done.
31st is on a Thursday
This year.
of this year.
Yeah.
9:30, you're done. You get up, you go to school the next
Right, who
day.
cares?
And then guess what? For everybody who wants that Halloween on a Saturday, the following year, it will be on a Saturday because of the leap year.
It's my month. I'm not going to allow
Are they
that
actually
shit.
trying to push this?
I think the younger generation
Like
is
they were
actually
trying to
Why-
push
what
daylight
is-
savings time.
But why? Why are you going to change something that works so many other times?
because I think
It's what it.
I think it's all about
who-
control
who
with everything, man.
cares?
The kids licking the ice cream, going touching a bison,
You know,
wanting
if-
to change Halloween.
if
I mean,
you
what
listen,
the fuck?
if you want to have your kids have a Halloween, don't sit there and puss out. Go on a day that it is.
I don't know, man.
You know.
I'm sticking to the 31st. And
That's
my
what I'm
kids are like,
saying. Who-
so am I.
Why?
It's not
Well-
even about the adult.
No, it's not.
It's about the
It's about-
witches.
Oh, yeah.
Just lock up your cats, people.
Right.
Right.
Just go out there and have a good time. Enjoy it. You know? I don't know why people have to change something that's been, that was a Harley.
That was a Harley.
That was a Harley.
Wow. What was
Um,
the movie that, before we move on, I want to know the movie that freaked you out, Bull.
Yeah, you, Bull.
There's actually two of them.
I'll take them.
One of them was The Exorcist. Ever seen that one?
Yeah, that one's fucking freaky, too. I can't make it through that movie.
laughed.
I can't make it.
What?
Yep. When I was little, I couldn't make it through the
For
movie.
those of you at home, that was a what?
What? Yes, couldn't make it through the movie.
Really?
I thought,
Lynch-
it, was,
halfway
I thought it
or-
was a comedy.
Lynch has a little chicken shit in him when it comes to horror movies. Yeah.
Halfway
Oh,
or was it?
I don't
quarter?
even remember, but I was
All right.
young. You know how young we were when that
Yeah,
shit
that's
came
true.
out. So I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I do have her autograph, though.
Do you really?
Yeah, I like Linda.
And Candyman.
Yeah. You know what?
That was
It's hard
That-
to look in the mirror sometimes
Yeah,
when
I
it's
know.
dark, right?
Got his, too. And
try to look in the mirror when it's not dark.
yeah, that was a good one. That was actually a pretty good movie.
That kind of freaked me out with the whole mirror deal. And
I did
the-
the mirror thing after that. I
did
was
you
like,
really?
Yeah.
I know a story of a Halloween party that happened where somebody did that in the bathroom. They'd go in groups
Uh-huh.
and close
That was
the
with
door.
the Bloody Mary thing, wasn't
yeah,
it?
so it was the Bloody Mary.
It's
in the
kind of the same
bathroom,
thing almost.
But these kids would scream, and they knew
Oh,
it was
really?
fucking
Nice.
Oh, yeah, this party was badass. I wish I was
Nice.
part of it. Yeah, they had some guy coming down the street like
Uh-huh.
playing a freaking scary ass person, dragging.
See,
his
what I
leg
would have
in a
done was
chain.
hooked up a couple strobe lights in there, and have like sort of a fake mannequin come down through the mirror. You know what I mean? To where you see it, like the lights start flashing red and green and stuff like
So we
that.
got to start working on the bullshitters haunted house. Is that
yeah.
what you're saying?
I'm in.
You know,
Oh, man.
I mean, hell, if you're gonna tell a story, I mean, get the story, good
Yeah,
do. You know what
that's
I mean?
good. But the kids screamed their asses off though,
Oh, really?
just with the lights off or what. I think they had some candles or something in there if I
Uh-huh.
recall correctly. But
And then what you could do is have some air cannons inside there, kind of hidden in the walls, right? Just do the, you know what I mean?
Wow, man.
Like they
do
You're
with
the-
high
like they do with the high-
production.
yeah, he
high
is, bro.
production.
Dude, you gotta do it
You're
right.
gonna do it. Yeah, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it right.
do it big, people.
That's
I mean,
a bucket
he's-
list thing.
Hey, he's seen my productions before.
Yeah, dude, badass.
I'm sure. I'm
I've
sure.
been a part of making some. Of
I've
these
wanted to have
productions as well.
a haunted house before.
I've always loved haunted houses. I've always loved, doing. I did a couple stage manager deals with, a couple parks, and they're actually really good. They were
Nice.
but I love Universal the most, to be honest with you.
You are. You said that last show too.
Yeah,
You love
Universal
So you love
was-
the park, the whole shebang.
The whole shebang.
Even though City Walk shit.
What's
Have
that?
you- the City Walk going in? Do you do the shops and the movies around there? And
Tried to go to one restaurant one time, but they were closed.
Oh,
The taco thing.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What
The other one they just opened up was the used to be Emeralds.
is that upstairs?
No, that was down. That was right near where you're going to Islands Adventure.
I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know.
Yeah, now I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
CBS Studios Lounge was pretty good.
Okay.
I
I wonder how overpriced the movie theater is out there.
oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Probably.
$20 a head.
I don't know. I really looked, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't have a inkling to go to the movies. when I
my
walk
main
in
thing
there.
is just getting to the park.
Yeah.
Before the
Yeah.
crowd goes. The ice cream shop that's there, the it's like a Willy Wonka type deal.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of the name. It just blew my mind. They're pretty good. They have like those big old glass of milkshakes.
Yeah.
I love fucking
Oh,
milkshakes.
Let's go right
Yeah.
now.
And then you have
by. We'll be back in 2 hours.
you have the Hard Rock Cafe.
Love the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah. Who doesn't love the hard rock?
Yeah,
Right.
and then they have the 25 karat gold burger too.
Now, what does that compose of?
2 buns, a lettuce, tomato, and then the burger, but it has gold leaf on top.
Nice.
So that's what.
Any
up your-
special sauce?
I don't know. Didn't try it.
I'd make some. I saw that.
But no, Universal does a really good job with their haunted houses. At least I believe so. A couple tweaks here and there, that I think would probably do, but all in all, I mean, they do a great job.
Disney World did it right.
For what?
Haunted Mansion.
Oh, the ride.
You talk about
Yeah.
the ride? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Oh,
pretty
okay.
cool, yeah.
Just the front part.
Yeah,
You don't
leading
like
up
the-
to
the
because
rest
there's
of it?
entertainment. There's entertainment walking up to the ride. Is that what you're talking about? Like all the tombstones and shit like
Well, I
that?
love the ceiling expansion
Okay.
and the
Okay,
guy
okay.
up in the rafters,
when
and
you
then
walk
they
in.
do that, that lightning
You're not
flash.
actually
and
you're
then-
going down an elevator.
Don't do that to me, man.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. It's a small, it's a hydraulic elevator that goes
into a different
down
that you don't know.
very slowly. That's how the ceiling is going up.
anxiety.
Should I believe it?
Yes, you
Really?
should. You should believe
That's
that.
Really?
That's how the
Yes.
ceiling is going up.
Wow.
Very
Wow,
Now,
that
I-
just totally
very
blew my
technical.
mind.
Now here's the thing for like, you ever been on Transformers?
No.
Have you been on Spider-Man?
Yes.
Yes.
You're going up and down an elevator on that thing too.
Yeah, you're going all
No,
over the
I thought
place.
it was.
No,
No.
you're going up and down in the show building itself.
Yes.
There's an elevator that moves ever, as smooth as it does, right?
Wow.
And as the buildings are going down, you're either going up or down.
Let's get back to that haunted. Yeah. Mine is
Blown?
completely blown here.
show.
Completely blown.
Haunted houses.
So that
Universal.
thing is. So the guy up there is moving away from me, or I'm moving away from him. Actually.
You're moving away from the portraits that look like they're normal
Yes.
as the elevator is going down.
They start
right?
stretching, right?
The,
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
top of that room is stationary.
Stationary.
Boom.
So as the elevator is going down, the rolled paper is coming back up, and the paper is lined up to where you can't see any seams. And that's why they have the lighting going on around as well.
And that is blowing your mind.
That
with Bull.
is. That is. Thanks, Bull. See.
It's a very slow elevator that drops, people very
It
slowly.
would have to be. You
Yeah,
don't
and very
even
smooth.
feel it.
That's why they tell you to please come in that that line.
Yeah.
It's a safety deal.
Ah, makes sense now.
Like they tell you, everybody stood in the dead center of the room.
All I had
right?
to do was put my hand on the wall.
It's not about seeing what's up there.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
To get a better view of what's up there. It's a safety. That way they can clear the doorways. That way the
Yeah.
elevator goes down.
And then the new one can slide in. Yes?
There's no
Or-
new one.
Oh,
It's
you
the
step
same
out the
one.
floor and it goes up.
Yep.
Holy shit.
I know. Kaboom!
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you don't
Wow.
hear us for a few minutes, folks, we're gathering our thoughts.
Exactly. I'm picking up my brains off the floor.
And it's people
Well, that's
don't
great.
people
I
don't
love knowing
realize
that.
that. I mean, even in the Haunted Mansion, you have the Pepper's Ghost effect. You know what that is?
No,
Really?
but
You guys have never noticed any of this stuff, or am I just nerding out with it?
no.
I try to
may
notice
have
as much
noticed.
as I
just
can, so.
you're nerding out by knowing the title of
The
it.
ghost
but
host.
that's all.
No,
Little
that's what
ghost
it's,
host
that's,
daily
that's
does, too.
entertainment. That's what they do. The Tower of Terror, that's Pepper's Ghost. The ones where the people walk in the hallway, and you see all the little
Oh, yeah,
stars
yeah,
or whatever's
yeah.
going on, right? That's Pepper's Ghost. And basically what it is, it's a 45-degree mirror with a projector projecting up on the screen, right? So it looks like, with a black background, you're seeing images that are floating.
God, I hope I remember that the next time.
You
I go,
won't.
hey, this is
You won't. You'll be like, what is
check
that
this
shit?
mirror out.
What did Bull say that one time? Oh,
Exactly.
God, what ride? What park? Oh, God, forget it.
Bull said that it was slanted at 45 degrees and shooting a Scooby-Doo hologram over there, and
But that's what that is.
We got some commentary that you're nerding out a little bit, but that's cool.
That's fine.
Shit we didn't know. Nerding out.
that's all right. I got a little nerd in me. I don't.
Yeah, I'm nerding out too because I'm like,
Raise your hand to the nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds.
I mean,
Wow.
listen, when I ride those rides, I enjoy doing the rides, even the haunted houses, right? But I'm looking at how they're rigging it. I'm looking at what they're doing with it, how they're shooting the lighting.
Yeah.
It's what I see like through a camera's eye, basically, of how this shot would be done. Like,
So you're like the dude coming down the stairs in The Hangover, where all the numbers are coming through, and you're looking at all the intricacies of what's going on in the background. You don't give a
Counting
shit what's
cards
going on in
before
front of
they
you. You're
get
like,
to the
holy
table.
shit, look at all this
oh
stuff
no,
around me.
I'm still paying attention to all that stuff.
So you're
Right.
taking it all in
Yeah.
one shot.
You have
Good
to.
Lord, you're a sponge.
Dude, you have to.
Sponge.
Sponge.
You
Yes.
realize, like, even some of the paint that you see on stages and even in haunted houses, right? They may not look like, oh my God, that has to be the exact same thing of what you see in daylight. Because when they put the lighting on there, it's going to look totally different.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
That's
I'm
why
sure.
they're built the way they are.
For me, it just stops at, ooh, this is pretty.
Very pretty.
Did I lose you guys? Or
No,
dude.
you blew my,
Hey,
you've blown
man,
my mind. You
I'm
really have.
nerding out with you.
That's
'cause
rare.
I'm the
I'm
capital
telling you,
N
okay.
in the nerd, brother. Tell me.
I just want to make sure I'm
just
not
on the
the island
wrestling
by
talk, the
myself.
comic book
Hell
talk.
no.
Yeah. No, you're
Hell
good,
no.
bro.
God, no. But but speaking on what you were mentioning a minute ago, that gimmick or that
The top of that tower.
with that guy up there
Yeah.
hanging, and then you get
It's
the
just a guy
effect of the
hanging.
fall. Right. And he never falls, but it sounds like he falls right in front of you. That has lasted
How does he
in
fall
the
right
Haunted
in front
Mansion.
of
Well,
you?
no, it sounds like it.
Oh, okay.
Because
Oh,
it sounds like the...
Those are speakers.
Huh?
Speakers.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I understand that.
Okay.
I'm just saying that it's that for me, every
Uh-huh.
time I go and I look, I like that part of it.
Oh, okay. The very end of it.
Beginning.
No, that's the end of that portion of it.
Yes. Before you get on the car.
Right. So you see the people stretch, and then
It's
at
the
end,
transition.
That's
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's sustained over time. That's
Oh,
all I'm
okay.
saying.
That's what you reminds you of the Haunted Mansion.
Right.
Not anything else.
Nothing else.
Not the hanging ball with a little witch inside there.
See, once you get on the car, it,
What about Eddie
it
Murray?
kinda goes Disney.
Or Eddie
it
Murphy.
goes
They threw him
Disney
in there
on
too
you.
after he did the show.
What?
They did the. You didn't see the Haunted House movie?
No.
Oh, with Eddie
Yeah,
Murphy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
I
they
see.
throw him in after that movie at some point for a little while
For what?
in the Haunted House?
At Disney?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
I did not know that.
Is that for just for?
I think it was just for that period of time because he's not. If you go now, he's not there. He's not even a thought.
What you talking about? His likeness?
Yeah, something of his likeness was added in there somehow.
Where?
I don't remember that.
It's
one.
like when you're on the ride, one of the shits you're seeing in the mirror.
What are
one of
your
the
shits
many
you're seeing?
shits you're seeing. Yeah.
I'd lay
I'm
dollars
pretty
to
sure.
donuts. It's the crystal ball. If they did it, I don't know. I mean, can you find it for us?
What am I finding? What,
Did Eddie Murphy's likeness be on the Haunted
okay, I'm
Mansion?
finding it right now.
Well,
but
let me
that's
ask
where
you
I'd say
this:
if we were gonna lay bets on it. That's
Did
where
you
I'd-
do you
You
remember
and
the
your
do you remember the
bets.
mannequin
I got
mannequin
a
heads?
bet for you. Remind me.
What's that?
I got a bet for Christian.
Okay. Do you remember the mannequin heads that you look at on the Haunted Mansion?
Yes.
They're looking at you.
Yes.
All right. You know what positive, negative molds are?
No.
I believe so, but please refresh.
Okay. So, for example, this bottle, right? When you press the bottle up against some sort of molded silicone or gel or whatever,
Mhm.
right? The thing you take off of here, this is a negative mold. This is a positive mold.
Gotcha.
Right? So the heads are a negative mold.
Okay.
So when you look at it, because you're looking inside of the mold,
Yes.
it looks like they're staring at you as you're moving.
I did realize that. I
Because
didn't
a
know
lot
what
of
it was
years,
called.
a lot of years they thought that for people that went there, thought that they had multiple heads on one spindle.
Oh
And
no
so
no
then-
no no no!
Well,
that effect is too smooth
That's
for that.
but that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
They
okay.
thought it was that, but actually it's a negative
Crazy.
mold. So as you move across this image like this, it still looks like the image is looking at you,
Right.
and that's
That's
what freaks
cool.
people out.
Huh.
Simple stuff like that.
Find it, Lent?
I'm looking, man. Don't rush me. You can't rush perfection.
Well, kind of have to.
You can't. I can have an answer for you at the next break. Who knows? Maybe it's the end of the show, but I'm going to keep looking until I'm right.
Until he's right. That's
Even
what
if
he
I
did.
have to go to that, what is it?
I don't know what is it.
Wikipedia, and I'll type it in myself.
don't
but I'll
go to
fucking be right.
Wikipedia.
I'm telling you right now, I'm going to show you the proof.
Don't be Wikipedia.
All right, when we get back, we're going to get a couple of different stories for tonight for the special edition on Sunday. Because Friday we won't be here. Friday they're doing stuff, some work here at the Palatial Studios. So that's what we're doing on tonight. All right, when we get back, more of the Bullshitter Show, only on Bulls Radio Lounge. Stay by.
However long drive crazy.
Bullshitters Show only on Bulls Radio Lounge. Just go to youtube.com and search Bulls Radio Lounge. Doing a special Sunday live taping because Friday there's going to be some other things going on. Some work done here at the studio. So,
That's what I was wondering.
what's that?
Why we were docked
What do you
Friday.
mean? Docked.
Yeah, why we weren't going to be here Friday.
Because they're doing work here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They're putting work in here.
They're putting work in here?
Putting work.
Putting work in here.
Putting work.
It's against the law.
So that's why we're doing a live taping now.
Gotcha.
You know, because I was thinking about doing either recording or doing a live taping, and probably try to see how Sunday works.
I think the live taping's better than recording it, so people can chime in. You know what
That's
I mean?
true. No,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I like that.
So that's why I figured, hey,
Yeah, it was a good
let's
idea.
do
It was
a
good
live broadcast.
See.
How do you like
So-
doing on Sundays
Um.
compared to like maybe Fridays?
Too close to football season.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
Oh,
for
really?
us.
Too
Yeah.
close to football
Yeah,
season.
Fantasy football, red zone.
Right.
Can't do Sundays. Probably not. Normally Sundays are pretty hectic for me too. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So Fridays are still good. Yeah, Fridays are still good.
Yeah, but Fridays are sometimes hectic for you. So
Well, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So we're at least
way to
we're-
be flexible.
Yeah, I mean, in order to get stuff to do, get on the channel, you have to get stuff done.
True.
So that's why.
So I cannot find any evidence to back up my claim as to Eddie Murphy being.
Were you falsifying
added,
news?
So I guess I'm gonna have to take the heat for that.
False
one.
news.
Fake
false
news. That's what fake news is.
fake news.
Okay, just so if anybody was wondering,
This
fake
just
news is
in.
when news is wrong. It's
Eddie
fake.
Murphy was not.
Fake.
Eddie
not-
Murphy was
not
on the
not.
ride.
Exactly.
Was it like
But he was
a
in the movie,
rumor that you heard,
sucker.
or
Sokol.
He wasn't a movie sucker. I could have sworn that
Uh-huh.
around that movie time, I was at that damn park, and whoever I was with was like, "Look, it's Eddie Murphy and the kids."
were you imagining Eddie Murphy?
Maybe I was.
You were in Fantasyland.
True. So
What about the Small World After All? Does that sort of get you?
Worst
too much.
ride
It's just too
ever.
much. They
Yeah.
gotta- I mean, it's
Song get in your
never
head?
gonna go anywhere.
The song get in your head?
In a different language, maybe.
Hearing those things run all the way through the ride?
All the way. The different culture that you see.
Toads. Toads was a wild
I'm almost
ride,
certain
mate.
that one of the young people are going to complain about that ride next.
What, Toads?
Toads,
The Toad's
is
already gone.
Yeah,
Toad's gone, dude. Sucks.
But I mean, like,
Why do you
the
think they're
Small
going to
World?
complain about a ride?
Well, they complain about everything else, so
Oh,
I'm sure they'll
true.
complain about that one.
I thought you meant specifically
It's
that
too
ride. for some-
redundant.
They just repeat that and
They
repeat
do.
that
And
and repeat
different
that
languages.
and repeat that.
It's
To me, it's one of those songs that sort of like you hear it once, it's just sort of stuck in your head. And that's
Oh.
all you see. And
We have a listener that thinks
Blasphemy.
otherwise.
blasphemy. Small World is a classic.
We're being picketed as we speak.
It's all right. I mean, some people like the ride. I went on it once, my first trip, and did not like it even then.
I've been on it every time I go. It's
Really?
a nice ride to chill.
That
it's
is
all
true,
hot
yeah,
outside.
yeah,
You're in the
that is
AC
true.
for a little while. You get
no,
to chill.
I will give you that. But Small
But I mean, it's
World,
cool when
I
you see it
mean,
for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, but
see it
You
the
want
second
to
time.
chill. The Delta ride was the ride.
Delta.
Chilling. And
The
then
Delta ride.
What is the Delta ride?
Aging myself. There used to be a ride. It was
There used to
called
be a
Delta. And you sat down in this chair and it went around and it told you about the actually it might have even been Eastern, but they just showed you every place they went like you're on a 3D ride almost, but it's just the films
Is
next
that in the main
on
park or is that in a
it
different-
was.
Oh, really?
It was. And then right next to the Carousel of Progress, which was the GE ride. Yeah, I'm talking way.
Yeah, but you
I'm talking
you might be
way
mixing
back
Epcot in there a little bit because isn't the
No,
the GE
I've
ride's
only been to
not in
Epcot once.
It's not the GE ride's not in Epcot.
No. No,
what was a GE ride?
you
I'm not familiar with a GE ride.
It's the one where they showed you electricity in the 30s and
Oh, okay.
and then, yeah,
okay, okay, all right.
that one. So
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I love that ride. Those were chilling rides. But
What about the new ones like
Oh,
Mission
it
to
was only there
Mars?
until 1973, my friend.
I told you it would age myself, But I've been a few times since then. But I think I don't know. Bull, what was your question?
What do you think about the new one? The was it Mission to Mars? Or no, Mission to Space. Have you heard of that one?
I have heard of it.
What do you want?
I know I've been on Mission to Mars. I don't know if I've been on. That's the one at Disney World, correct?
No, that's the one at Epcot.
Yeah,
I
I've been
see.
on
I've
that
only
one.
been to Epcot once. So
Mission to Mars is pretty cool.
that was like the grand opening of Epcot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look up that date.
You can.
Okay, I will.
Really?
They broke ground on Disney World the day I was born.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
There's a placard right out there that says it.
It says
Mark was born, and we decided to build him a playground.
I don't know, man. It's getting worse though, because there's an article that says a woman punches a Disney cast member.
Yeah. What
in the
about that?
face at Hollywood Studios Tower of Terror.
What about
It
the
says,
family also that got into a fight too?
Yeah,
Don't
I
touch
wanna-
fire.
I have that one, too.
That's like 3 weeks old.
Yeah.
This one's recent.
A Chicago
I
woman
want to know why that happened.
with ride rage got herself banned from the happiest place on earth after she punched a Disney cast member during a Fast Pass dispute.
I didn't know she'd been banned.
The whole thing happened earlier this month after the 23-year-old woman and a group of riders with her became angry because their Fast Pass for Hollywood Studios Tower of Terror ride went valid, or wasn't valid.
Wasn't valid, so they didn't go in time.
No, they did
They
not.
didn't do what in time?
Police arrived at the park in response to reports of
Wow.
a battery on the evening of July 13th.
Was it the Disney police?
Has
It
to
doesn't
be.
say just his police.
No, they have their
Actually,
own. Has to
Orange,
be.
yeah.
Orange
Has to
County
be.
Sheriff's Office.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
Ooh,
they
this
brought
was
in the
serious.
outside.
Yeah, the cast
The
member.
Mickey Mouse
in
cops
trouble.
couldn't do it.
Don't do it.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
You really messed up this time, boy.
Oh boy, their bitches are fighting. The cast member initially tried to help the group, but as they became more verbally aggressive, she called a coordinator to request security. That's when the Chicago woman started pushing buttons on the ride's
Whoa!
podium.
Whoa.
She was pushing buttons. And
Yeah.
Did
punching
anything
people.
take off?
But
Did
she
they
was
punch
pissed.
anybody?
She was pissed because her Fast Pass wouldn't go.
Wow! So she said, "I'm going to push these
Yeah.
buttons."
All right.
Despite the employees' warnings not to, because they could affect the ride, according to the report.
I've got
Well,
questions.
no shit, they could affect the ride.
Yeah.
Have either one of you ever done the Fast Pass?
Yeah, absolutely.
What did she not renew?
You don't renew. You get
It's
a certain
a-
time where you got to come back.
Yeah.
So if you don't come back in that window, get another fast pass, my friend.
It's like an e-ticket.
Yeah.
You come back at a certain time.
So you have to buy it every
No,
time?
no, 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 no. They
Oh,
give it to
okay,
you.
you had to buy it. E-ticket.
Like, for example,
All right.
Jimmy Fallon, when it first opened at Universal.
Okay.
Horrible ride. Don't ride it. Anyways, yeah, there's a bunch of rides I can say about that.
Awesome.
Fast and Furious. You know, they tore down Earthquake and Jaws. No, Jaws is for Harry Potter.
Sad.
Earthquake and the Beetlejuice Graveyard refused to build this monstrosity for just air conditioning.
Oh,
So-
they took out Beetlejuice.
Yes, the show.
Ugh, thanks a lot, man.
So basically, what you do, like for Jimmy Fallon, you go in there, you get a ticket, right, to come back at a certain time,
Okay.
right,
All right.
and then you come back at that certain time. Usually
right.
about an hour, you know.
Yeah.
Then you get back and you get your ticket, you wait in line, and so on and so forth. So this person's Fast Pass, ticket that you get,
Yes.
because lines have Fast Pass lines now.
I've
right?
seen
Yeah,
those.
yeah.
Where it's like an upcharge.
I've
right?
wondered.
So when you get in there with a Fast Pass, you show them your Fast Pass, and it's either it's a Fast Pass that you have to come back for, or it wasn't renewed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it didn't work.
Okay.
So now my question is, why was she so close to the console, anyways?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's close
know,
to scan a
real.
fast pass. Hey, come up here
No,
to the
no,
council.
no. Those things
Okay.
aren't that close.
Yeah. So how
Not to the-
what
not
did
to
she,
the-
Not the
what did she
board.
run up there to the board then?
Yeah, she had to because they're always off or up.
Well, all it says when the cast member pushed her hand away, the woman punched her in the face. The report stated the rest of the group kept cursing out the cast member and recording her
Pow!
with their phones.
Wow.
Wow.
So they
They-
recorded her while they're cursing her out.
Yeah, because-
so who's going to get in trouble there?
Because of her Fast Pass wasn't working properly.
Oh. And then we're going to get in trouble because we're going
Right.
to record all the stupid shit that we're going to do afterwards.
They left while the cast member was giving a description to security, but officials later got a hold of them as they left the ride area. The injured employee declined to press charges, although she had minor swelling near her eye.
Did it say what ride it was?
No, it does not.
What is the average?
It says
She's in Toy Story
Disney
Land
has
right now. She's in
since
Toy Story
banned
Land.
the
Please get her.
woman from the property.
No shit. What is the average time you save on this express screw
honest,
you line?
No, it did just say it was the Tower of Terror.
Okay.
That's why I said in the beginning,
Oh,
Tower of
right.
Terror. Well, the problem is that, you have that certain amount of time, and you know what it is.
Okay.
Now, another scenario that she could have done was that she found this like on the floor,
Yeah.
and then picked it up and said, "Oh man, I could do this and
Sure.
get away with it,
Right.
and not a big deal."
Like a Disney food stamp.
Yeah. But the thing is that when your tickets are going to be done, and you know what time they're going to be done. I mean, you can't be that naive,
Right.
to go.
It's got a time on it. Am I correct?
Right, and just because Disney says that we put the customers first, which parks should do, right?
Right.
That it still doesn't give you the right to sit there and assault the person, and start pushing buttons on the console to say, "Hey, look, I want to show
Well-
my little tantrum."
So what's the average time of do you stand in line with a express pass
Maybe
than
about-
you would the normal line?
Now, I haven't done it very often, right? But
Okay.
let's just say for Halloween Horror Nights,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
For a fast pass, you had to buy extra for at the time,
Yeah,
right?
Right.
It's about maybe 30 minutes to an hour,
I thought it cut the time in half at least.
at least. It's
At
supposed
least,
to.
right.
At least
So
supposed
if you're
to.
waiting-
So for
yeah.
a 3-hour, if
3-hour
if
wait.
the main line is at a 3-hour wait, you have to wait at least an hour and a half.
Yeah, depending on-
Possibly, but they're going to move you through faster than
Exactly,
the people
yes.
waiting. So maybe
Yeah.
not even that long.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
you're going to get through faster because you're paying
Because
extra cash.
I used to go to Halloween Horror Nights every year. I mean, I've been doing it since like 2012, right?
Okay.
And then so what happens is that when you start, like I used to start doing the passes at $40, right? The
Okay.
regular Halloween Horror Nights passes,
Yeah.
right? And then I would get the $40 extra for the groups that were going with us, and they just pay me back, right?
Yes.
But that I learned like the first 2 years I started going, right? The fast passes were actually easier to do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That way
yeah.
you can get through the haunted houses a lot quicker.
You see them all that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I would wait till like the end of the season, like almost the last day of the last week of the season, right? Because things are on sale,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
merchandise.
Like-
Park
Oh.
and shopping.
And there's not a whole lot of
I
people
never
there.
thought of that.
See.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Empty.
Like I had a whole strategy going.
Sometimes
you
it
That-
goes past
yeah.
Halloween.
know? It does,
Yeah.
yes.
So that's,
yeah.
yeah.
And then once you go towards the end of the season, right? Then you start getting like discounts on merchandise,
Yeah. they
and
gotta
then the
get rid
people
of it.
there's not as many people there,
Right.
But if you hit this year's gonna be Stranger Things, right?
Yeah.
The second
Nice.
version, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
So
cool.
that would be the house that you
With the
want to
big
hit
spider.
first. Like
Absolutely.
you get there, like I would get there before the park opened, get something to eat, right?
So you're pre-gaming.
Oh, I'm pre-gaming.
Pre-gaming
right.
like
Hold
a
on, I'm writing
motherfucker.
this down.
Now
You
listen, there's
got a plan, man.
You have to understand, there's a lot of people that go to this stuff.
I'm
Like-
there at
Oh,
6
I
in the
know.
morning.
This
I got
last
my
time I
barbecue
went
out
was
there in
09.
the parking
like,
lot.
Like this stuff is like packed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Which is kind of
Which is why
insane.
I don't go.
It's insane to be honest with you.
Insane in the memory.
So and then also too, when you're waiting in line for like 3 hours,
and it's hot as balls in
Yes.
Florida.
or if
Well,
it rains,
Your sweat has sweat.
Well, it
Yeah.
is that's a crapshoot because it
What do you
is September, October, November. So you
No.
can
Oh,
catch it
yeah,
on a cool
yeah.
night.
You know,
No.
being that our winter is
Bo
like
said
February 1st
no.
to February
No.
2nd, I think we're still hot and sweaty.
Still hot?
Yeah.
listen, before I even started getting fast pass for these things, right? One time it rained like a monsoon.
Wow.
Yes, and you couldn't go anywhere.
This is Bull
If
live.
you left the line, you had to wait in the end of the line.
That's true. So you're
Or-
getting
no,
soaking
save
wet
my
outside.
space, huh?
Yeah, and then
Oh,
if
wow.
if it's hot as shit, right, in the summertime at night, right,
Yep.
there's no water out there. There's no nothing. Like one time I actually seen them bring out water to people in line.
Wow.
But
That's
that's
true.
on a rare
That's
occasion.
smart though.
Wow. That's nice.
But no, when
Okay.
like an hour and a half maybe, right? But usually it's 30 minutes, wait line.
What's the upcharge on this thing?
You're at least spending at least like $7,500 more bucks for it, right?
I don't know. I
nugget?
can't remember. It used to be 40.
Per
yeah,
head?
I remember when it was 40 when it
Yeah.
first came out. You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's unreasonable.
I think
now.
it's like 60 now.
yeah. Well,
Per
let me
head?
see. Are you
Yeah.
talking about for just
Wow.
Halloween Horror Nights or overall?
Overall.
No, I'm talking about like. Well, what do you mean, like food too, or hotel?
No, I'm just
stay?
talking like fast pass, get you to the front of every ride.
Oh, I'm
at
just
least
talking.
once.
Get you
I'm just
food.
talking about fast pass.
Yeah, that's what
and-
I'm talking
and
about.
Normal
What's-
ticket price.
Yeah, what's
Okay.
the upcharge on that?
But
I mean, is that an upfront fee? Do you?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can buy it up
yeah.
front.
You have to
well, I
buy
mean,
it
is it a
upfront.
monthly charge
No,
on
no,
your
it's
annual
upfront.
pass, or it's an upfront deal when
It's an
you're
upfront.
going?
Now you can do deals, like you can do like the there's like a behind the scenes tour, right? If you're like a pass holder, right, to where you get a discount, but you can do behind the scenes like haunted house tours. Like they tell you, like they show you how they made
excited.
how they like last year. You know, we did Stranger Things, right?
Yes.
Fairy Tales, I think it's called, or Scary Tales, right?
Scary tales.
Scary Tales.
Oh, so you're talking Universal for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
Oh
gotta look
yeah.
up here. Yeah, I'm looking up the
Durr.
wrong fucking park.
What was there was another haunted house that you know, I want to say Poltergeist, but I'm not for sure, right?
I think they did pay homage last year.
to the light.
But no, but it's that's one of the tours.
No, run to it.
You know, that's really great to do. You know, because like it was the the clown, not the clown one, but it was a circus themed one last year, and I can't think of what it was called.
Oh man.
But anyways, the best thing out of there was when you walk by, you actually got to touch the Book of the Dead prop from The Mummy Returns.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
They had a prop
Nice.
set up right
Oh,
there,
wow.
and nobody
Nice.
knows. Like you're literally walking past it, and if you don't know it's there, you'll miss it.
Oh
But
man.
you-
But
we-
who caught it, folks?
the
Bull.
Yeah, that's right.
Bull did.
Bull
So that
fucking
you
caught
get
it.
you get to touch the Book of the Dead.
That would be
I
cool.
touched it. The
That
Book
would
of
be
the
cool.
Dead.
Yes, from the movie. It's like one of the props they used in the actual film.
That's
So-
awesome.
Evil Dead?
No, the Mummy.
The Mummy.
The
did.
Mummy. Okay.
The Mummy with Brandon Fraser.
Okay. Making sure.
Brandon Fraser, man.
Brandon Fraser.
He's good.
He lost steam, I think.
He did lose steam, but
Yeah.
he was hot in the 90s. for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Major
The Mummy.
steam.
You have a ride named after you.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
I mean, come on. I mean,
And then Exile.
Exile.
I don't know what
Nobody
happened to
knows
the guy. He sort of went off the map.
So on holidays, the unlimited pass
Yes.
up to $150 for holidays
Per nugget.
per nugget.
Is that for the
Wow.
Universal one?
Yeah.
So two of you have to wait
But
in line while two of
regularly-
you fast pass it?
Regularly $40. $40 single
For the,
use.
for the fast
Yeah,
pass?
for like regular days, not holidays.
For each person?
For
Is
each
that
person.
for
What?
You talking about Halloween Horror Nights?
No, I'm just talking regular Universal Express pass.
Oh, like for an express pass.
Yeah.
How much money would they make if they just said, okay, there's four of you, fuck it, here's a $40 pass for all of you?
They're not going to make money because there's going to be people that say, you know what, I'm going to buy a pass for everybody, and I'm going to spend 160.
Yeah.
So they're making money.
They're making more
Of
money
course they
because they're
are.
charging everybody, not just four of you. 40
Yeah, but
bucks.
only like 12% of the people are doing it. If you
No, you'd be surprised that most
Really?
of the people in that
Yeah.
park
How
are
long-
buying the
come on.
fast pass. It's
you're
been
telling
going on
me
a
that
while.
one of these lines actually goes past the 45-minute mark?
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about? The regular lines at
Yeah.
Universal?
Oh, yeah.
King Kong's
King
like
Kong.
180 minutes.
Fast and Furious was like an hour on its opening day.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
And
Like
then the
Hulk
rest-
is like an hour, 2
but
hours.
nowadays Fast and Furious is like
On a
10
fast
minutes.
pass?
No, on
No.
a fast
Oh.
pass, you cut that time down to like at least half.
An hour?
Yeah.
At least, but sometimes
I
more.
don't know, man. Even an hour waiting for that ride, I think I'd have been pissed.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying.
I
I'm
love
about,
the Hulk too, man. That
I have
made me
about
mad.
30. I have about 30 minutes. Wait line for a regular line. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's about it. Now I did wait an hour and a half for Stranger Things,
Okay.
which was
That's
worth it.
worth it. Yeah.
It was worth it.
How
Very-
long was the ride?
The walkthrough was like no longer like 2.5,
Oh, a
3, 4,
walkthrough,
5
okay.
minutes. You
yeah,
know,
it's a
Okay.
haunted, the haunted
Yeah.
house.
That's
but
good.
It's
That's good.
They built all this. You've never been to Halloween Horror Nights, have you?
The last time I went was, please don't judge me for this, but the last time I went was on a press pass.
Oh,
No, I went.
wow.
I went in 2009. Buddy of mine was writing for a guy who had a horror magazine. So he gave my buddy 2 press passes to go to Halloween Horror Nights. So which means we got to attend the dinner
Nice.
before they
Nice.
opened the gates and stuff, and that was really cool.
Did you get like
Dee Snyder was there.
carte
That was
blanche
awesome.
going in the
yeah,
house?
so it was like what?
Did you get up?
What do you do?
Did I get what?
Do you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Were you able to like get into all the houses quickly?
Oh yeah, I mean quicker than fast pass, buddy.
Well, yeah, because you were escorted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you're
were
not a
we were
jabroni.
escorted. No, well, it wasn't mine, but
You weren't a jabroni at
but
the
yeah,
time.
a couple of the horror masters were there. God, Tom Savini was there. That was
Tom
really
Savini,
yeah,
wow.
that was awesome, man. I talked to him for like 10 minutes, and about Dawn of the Dead. He's like, oh yeah, right, man. He loves
Uh-huh.
talking about himself. So all you had to do was mention a movie, and he was off and running. But it was fun.
Right.
But that made it fun to just get in
And get
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that night, half hour probably would have been it, man. And we were walking by these lines, and they were fucking long.
All of them.
I mean,
Yeah.
they-
You're waiting, bro.
That
If you don't have a
zigzag
fast pass-
line,
Dude, before I even got a fast pass, I used to wait in an hour and a half, 2 hours, almost 3 hour line
Yeah.
because
I've
you
done
know,
it, but
You'd see like maybe a
It
third of
angers
what
me.
you can see
right.
because you have to wait so long.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why I had to sort of
And that.
strategically plan all this because you get to your main house first, right?
yes,
And then you get to your second main house and you plan out where you want to go.
Right.
And try to do the Bill and Ted show, which I'm glad they got rid of. That show was horrible. I don't know if you guys saw it or not.
You know they're making a movie, right?
Yeah, I know they're making another movie.
Jesus.
Yeah.
poor Billy Dead.
Yeah. But
I
anyways,
love Keanu, but God.
Love Brendan Fraser. Come on,
because I mean that way people are going to rush to the most popular houses. You know what
sure,
I mean?
Right.
right.
And then you have to sort of like pick which ones you want to do because you only have a certain amount of time.
All right, so I have to ask:
Yes.
Are they taking things like Stranger Things and are they making these into true haunted houses? Are you
Yes.
going in
Was there
there?
an upside down?
Yes,
Cool.
there was an upside
Did you have to
down.
go through shit to get into the upside down?
Yes.
Nice.
Wow.
Like the lab, they
The
rebuilt the
upside
lab. They rebuilt the whole hole in the lab.
Okay.
Nice.
You know, They
Did
had
they have
little
the Russian like laboratorist up there?
No, this is the
switching
first and
buttons?
second season.
Okay.
They should have.
Yeah.
This is like the first or second season.
Oh, okay.
You know, what was last year. You know what I
Okay.
mean? They have a Demogorgon in there. You know,
Nice.
a full size
Can
one.
you pet it?
You can get close to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's actually kind of cool because they had a small one that you buy at like Hot Topic,
Okay.
right? Like about this tall,
Right.
and they put two flashing lights behind him, and they put a white screen about 5 or 6 feet in front of him, right? So he looks 10 times taller than what he is.
wow.
So when you
People
walk
are
through that
shitting.
house-
oh my God, it's a Demogorgon.
And you hear the sound of a Demogorgon, right?
Yeah.
And you see the flash of the light, so it scares the crap out of people too.
All right.
You know,
It's like a
That's what's
chainsaw up
been
your
missing the
ass
past
at
few
the end of
years
the,
are
haunted
good,
house.
solid, scare you haunted houses.
But
And
Killer
you
Clowns is
almost
going to
have-
be there too.
Killer
right?
Clowns from Outer
So
Space
You
are
almost
gonna
have
be
to
there.
go to one of those haunted trails to really have the
Ghostbusters are going to be out there.
Would you
Be
do one of
scared.
those haunted trails by yourself deals?
by myself.
By yourself. They have those too, like at Busch Gardens, and I don't know if Universal, but I know Busch Gardens did it. By yourself.
Okay, now you're talking about Busch Gardens. I was thinking about one of these haunted trails where you have to sign a release for them to be able to touch you.
like it's just a
No,
haunted trail. No, I'm just talking.
no,
Oh hell no.
No,
wow,
I can't have
not
anybody
at,
touch
not
me
at
either.
all.
No.
Somebody's
Not at
gonna
all.
get hit.
No.
Yeah, somebody's gonna get hit.
Okay.
Dude,
gonna
you
happen.
realize how
I do agree. I'm sorry, Bull. I think that the chainsaws and heavy noise and jump out
Yeah.
from a black screen behind or a good scene or a good evisceration scene it
Now-
is enough. I don't think I'd want to be. I don't think I would. I
Well,
don't
here's
think I'd
the
want to be
thing.
touched.
you know, I'm paying to go to an event, let's just say like Halloween Horror Nights, right?
Yes.
For one, it doesn't really bother me. Like there's only been one time that it actually bothered me, right?
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys remember, but God, what is the band? Arms Wide Open. What is that band?
Oh, Creed.
Creed.
With
They-
arms wide
Yeah,
open.
they were filming.
Awesome.
They were filming on the New York, street right there. Right?
Okay.
Was it
And
under the sunlight?
It was the one with the lion. You remember the lion that was in the video, and they threw the
Yes.
the chair through the glass, right?
Yes. I know Creed well.
Well, the diner they use, that's actually a diner inside the studio, right? Are you being sarcastic?
No, I had
Okay.
their fucking CDs and shit.
Wait for
Alright.
me to fall back asleep.
So
No, we're not talking basketball.
So then, but they set up K rails, with a big green screen, so that way they can, make it look like an ocean. You know what I
Right.
mean? But anyways, a guy snuck up behind me with a can, like a tin can with some nuts and bolts, and scared the shit out of me.
Just
Like,
nuts
see,
and
that
bolts, tin
works.
can, right?
Yeah.
Dick-a-dick-a-dick.
So no. So I jumped about 5 feet in the air, to be honest with you, and that's the one time they actually got me.
Okay.
So,
Um,
like, if somebody's posing out as a bush and you have no idea and they jump out, you're good?
It doesn't bother me anymore.
Okay. I scared the shit out of one of my buddies at one of these things one time. We were going on to ride at Busch Gardens during Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, I was gonna.
So I skipped ahead, hid behind a trash can, and him and his wife
Yeah.
were coming up. I said, "Roar!"
Uh-huh.
He about pissed his pants.
Oh, really?
But she laughed her ass off.
They do know how to get you at Busch Gardens.
Yeah, in the bushes. They get me all the time.
Dragging the shovel and that's scary.
spooky.
Yeah, it's spooky.
Spooky.
That's
And
what
they
it's
do it
supposed to be.
behind you, so come on, they're getting the element of surprise on you. But talking about walkthroughs, you don't just go through picking them apart though. I mean, you like to go in there and be entertained. Am I correct?
I do. I'm always entertained because I'm always looking. Like for example, I look for quite a few different things. I look for how they're doing it, what they're using with, right, that I may be able to like repurpose for what I do, right?
Yes.
But I also look for the entertainment value as well.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like how the scare, are is a good scare? Is it not a good scare? And I also enjoy myself.
So you're not just looking past the scene.
Oh no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
I'm doing multiple things while I'm looking at everything at one
Soaker.
time.
Soaker.
Thumbs up, thumbs down deal when you walk out.
Yeah, I will talk to the SMs over there, and I'll give them my opinion if I like it or not.
Right.
You'd spank who?
Huh?
The who?
He does
You
S&M
speak to-
over at the Universal
manager.
show. Oh, the stage manager.
Stage
Stage
manager.
manager.
Yeah.
I'd do
No.
S&M with that guy.
I do
That's
S&M
all
with
right.
that guy.
Sorry.
He ties me up, spanks
Stage-
me.
No,
It's
just
weird.
SM stands for stage manager.
Okay.
Excuse me. So,
All right.
but yeah, I will talk with them, or I'll talk to the techs and go, "Hey, look, a great job on lighting and
Where the
stuff."
hell
like
do you
that.
find them?
Usually they're depending on what part of the house they're in. They're usually wearing orange shirts, right? Or they're wearing completely black.
So that's
Gotcha.
it. All I'm looking for from now on is
know.
the orange. Hey, you! I need to talk to you for a minute.
Actually, those guys are the ones that keep the line moving.
Right.
Oh, in the front.
No,
So-
no, throughout the
So there's
house.
a number. So is there a maid stage manager and then other like?
Typically, depending on the size of the house, it's one or two SMs.
Okay.
Right?
All the Easter egg. Yeah.
1 and 2 S&Ms. What?
Chewy Rock said, "Got to look for all the Easter eggs."
Yes,
Yes.
Easter eggs. Thank you, Chewy Rocks. Easter eggs are the main key because they leave them throughout the entire house.
And nobody
nice.
notices them. Like
nobody
you or me are like,
notices.
oh, we didn't see
Like
that.
they were saying
Wow.
how they had some sort of palm frond or whatever in the house because something spooky happened within the house, right? And they left it there.
Nice.
Nice.
That I like.
And there was another one with a golden egg, but I couldn't remember what the golden egg was about. But it was something to do with Stranger Things or something like that.
Huh.
Nice.
Like they even said with they made an Exorcist house, which was great. But they had things falling off,
Oh,
and
come
power
on.
was coming on and off.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I'm
Okay.
serious.
That's good.
But getting back to what you were talking about, typically depending on the house,
Right.
right? Because you have to understand that some of these houses they may employ 50 to 60 people at any given
That
night.
makes sense. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a lot.
Plus,
of shit
if there's
going on.
people who are not there,
Right.
or they don't come into work, right? Then they have to have in usually like fill-ins,
Stand-ins.
stand-ins
Right.
or whatever to get in there. But then you have, depending on what event it's at, whether it's Busch Gardens or Universal, you have probably like 2 to 3, maybe 4 techs.
Okay.
Wow.
And then you have your security for
Right.
every house. The fire marshal walks every house.
Fire Marshal Bill.
That's right.
Let's say.
Or what you have is a number of different normal park employees that handle all the lines,
Okay. So
which
the-
is usually separate departments.
right. So that like the Busch Gardens would say, "This is my Joe Blow for the day," but the special units are handling. Oh Jesus! I keep hitting this. The special units handling the inside stuff.
Yeah, because they're separate. They're because that's entertainment and that's I think it's like park services.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And that's
Wow.
with any park. You know what
So
I
it
mean?
is a true production.
Oh no, it is.
Yeah.
Like
It's a full on.
like
It's
you're
full on,
building
for
what's
sure.
called flats, which are just basically false walls, right?
Yeah.
And you're setting up lighting in different directions. You're setting up, scares, air compressors, pneumatics, all out. Like Universal makes their own stuff in house. They build all
Nice.
their own stuff.
They have to.
They do. They have
Makes
their
sense.
own. What's that?
Makes sense.
Yeah, like Busch Gardens pays a lot of companies to come in and actually do that for them.
Oh, really?
On some of them. On
Okay.
some of them. Now a lot of it's
Bad Busch Gardens.
no, because a lot of it they have to store it. You know what I mean? So they may store a couple of houses in one place, or may leave it up for the season. Universal actually does store their stuff, but they actually rebuild a lot of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they have the room.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
they
they have
do.
the room.
Yeah, they do.
They have the
Jesus.
facility. They have the workshops. The whole 9 yards.
They could
Yeah.
build a warehouse just to store this stuff.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Like they have the parade floats are housed in the very back over an overhang.
Wow.
And they're all blown up at all times, or
No, these are the ones that get pulled behind a truck.
Damn.
so like the Christmas
Yeah.
parades and shit. Where do they store that? So they store.
They
them
have
all
a storage
blown up
facility.
all day.
No, not the balloons.
Not the balloons.
No, but the floats they do. They have them stored.
they got some big balloons during that Christmas
Oh,
parade,
yes, they
too.
do.
So
You got some big balloons.
When did they blow that shit up?
Inside the studio.
So
The production
day
studio.
of, so they'll get
Yeah.
in there day of.
Oh,
blow it
yeah.
up,
Like in the
boom.
morning, they'll get up there. And
Every day.
yeah, every
And
day.
then deflate it every
Dude,
night.
you have
Jesus.
you know, how much, like, what, a
It's
couple
not down there
million?
blowing on a little air hole at the bottom of that thing,
Man,
man.
you got to have a lot of
Then
breath. to
6
blow
or
one of
7
those
guys
bitches
jumping
up.
on top of it to get the air out of it at
Yeah.
night.
I know
Chewy
that.
Rocks chimed in saying that was the Exorcist house. Oh, that is right.
Where the Easter egg is?
No.
I mean, where the golden egg was?
No.
Stranger Things is where the Exorcist
okay.
house was
Ah.
before.
10-4.
That's what I think what the palm frond deal was.
Okay.
But no, that's the answer to your question. Usually, there's, depending on the house and the size, two stage managers and about 4 techs.
Not bad.
No, but
Not
these
bad.
things are like, you know, Universal has their own lighting department guy, director. They go from one guy to another to different departments, and they're all collaborating on to get this one thing done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
It's
crazy.
a massive amount of power, energy,
I bet.
people.
That electric bill
sound,
must be a bitch.
No kidding.
You know, I mean, they're pulling in, like, they're doing. One studio had 2 houses in it last year. One studio had the Stranger Things house, which was formerly the Exorcist house.
Right.
Right. Then you have all the back stages, which house like the smaller, you know, houses. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
All that doing on from like 6 o'clock in the afternoon to what, almost 2 o'clock
2
in the
o'clock in
morning,
the morning,
right?
Man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Ugh.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
You know, all kinds of lights going off, all kinds of sounds,
Yeah.
pneumatics,
Doing the
you know,
same thing.
same thing every time.
Yeah.
You know, hitting that mark every
yeah,
single
every
time.
time. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of power consumption. I
bet.
couldn't see their power bill.
I want to see the Pro Bowl.
I mean, I probably just have a heart attack.
$1
know.
million.
And if you times that not just by a night, but you times that by a whole, you know,
Yeah,
what,
that's what I mean. They
month and a
run that
half?
for a month and a half.
every single night,
Oh my God.
and then
No wonder they're going solar.
and then the techs have to go
Hell.
back in the next day and repair everything that's happened throughout the night.
God.
Number 1
Wow.
report.
Yeah. So
these
Stranger
kids threw some shit in
Things,
there.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and then what else? Well, there's something else.
Wow.
I can't remember all the houses. Usually I'm pretty much on my game. I'm actually excited about the Killer Clowns one.
That's going to be cool.
I would actually go Killer Clowns, Stranger Things, Ghostbusters,
Ghostbusters.
and there was one where it's sort of you're riding on a ship. I think it was a. No, that's the one is enter in an arena of gore and nightingales. See, I wish they used to give a list out of the Halloween Horror houses. Nightingale's Blood Pit. That's what it was. That's another new house.
Where is the damn Halloween haunted house?
That's interesting.
Let's see. Oh, they have a Yeti one as
Didn't
well.
they do one of those, though? They've
They
done the
haven't,
Halloween.
man.
Yeah, they've done quite a
Yeah.
few Halloweens.
Yeah.
Have they?
Oh yes. From. Well, wow, boy, the chat is blowing up over here.
Yeah.
I'm getting squirreled by the chat. Chewy Rocks chimes in saying Ghostbusters, Universal's Monsters, and the Yeti. Bad Papa.
Ghostbusters.
That's
okay.
for Chewy Rocks' pick.
Okay,
Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Universal Monsters
Yeti.
and the Yeti, which
Oof.
I have that one up here. It's the the brutal beast of the Yeti. Terror of the
We
Yukon.
need proof, Chewy Rocks, that you've seen the Yeti.
Bad Papa Smurf says Killer Clowns last year was a scare zone. What does that mean?
That is a zone that you walk through that has different elements set up that are made to like scare you.
Nice.
Like the one I told you about with the Creed,
Yes.
you know, being filmed there.
Yeah.
The guy was walking around as part of the scare zone.
Oh, okay.
It's a certain amount on a road, pathway, or whatever, right? That you have, you know, your cast from going from one side to another, right?
I like
Right,
those.
right.
And playing the role
Yeah.
as you're walking through.
Yeah, so
see
you
what
can
I'm
get a
saying?
little something out of that. You can get
Right.
scared walking through there.
Yes. People do get scared
They do.
walking into the fucking park.
Depths of
I
Fear.
knew one dude who took his kid there, and his kid didn't even make it in the entrance. Take me home.
Whoa.
Really?
Yes.
Sit outside, you little bastard. Daddy's going in.
Sorry about your luck, kid.
Oof.
That's right.
Let's see. One of them is Depths of Fear. Descend into terror in the depths of fear at Halloween Horror Nights. That's going to be a new house, I think.
I see that there.
that preying
then
on
the
your
uni-
fears, like
Yeah.
height and
Dude,
spiders.
there was a
and-
house I went through that it was called Pitch Black after the movie, right? Did you go to that one?
That was dark as hell.
Dude,
Really?
The
Just
whole
being
thing
dark.
was dark, right? And all you hear is audio
Vin
Yeah.
Diesel
playing.
breathing.
I am Groot.
You know?
Go to the next one. I
Yeah,
am
Groot.
Groot.
It's Oscar worthy for him.
Have a little branch going right across your face, you know?
I am Groot.
But no, it was called Pitch Black, and you had to feel your way through the house.
Wow.
yeah.
And
That's a
you
little
stepped
creepy.
on things, and and it was
Step pads.
yeah,
They had step pads.
feels like mush. And then Universal Monsters is one of the newer
Yeah,
houses.
I see that. Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman.
Yes.
That's
That'll be
gonna
cool.
That's gonna be good.
If they do it right, that'll be good.
We should do
Yeah.
like a show, Halloween Horror Nights.
Like us go experience
Yeah.
Halloween Horror Nights.
We could try
Like
that.
we all go as a big group,
Yeah, that'd be
Try
cool.
that
and just go on a night and
in
just sort of
October.
yeah,
Yeah.
you
We
know,
have
just
to follow
could
Bull's
film
lead
it.
here and figure out where the cheap shit is, right?
yeah, we could
Yeah.
film it.
Get
you
a
know?
plan.
Hell yeah. They got 3 houses that they haven't even announced yet.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot.
Oh, okay.
And
So-
Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is gonna be one of those
Ghostbusters
as well.
is there. Yep.
I'm
Killer
excited.
Clowns.
I'm excited about that
You
one.
are.
They have to have Stay Puft. They have to have
Stay
the
Puft's a staple.
yeah the
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
the
best scene of the movie.
gargoyles.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I am the key master.
So will you guys be pissed if it's the chicks version
What you mean?
what do you mean?
of Ghostbusters?
I was all right with that. I mean,
No, I
there
mean
was
if,
some comic
if
relief.
this.
I only watched it for 10 minutes.
No, this is going to be step right into the original Ghostbusters.
Did you
film.
walk out of the theater?
No, I didn't even go to the theater.
Oh, you
Okay,
watched it
all
at
right.
home and said,
No,
"Shut
I
this
watched
shit
it on,
off."
I watched it on
Put it on
TBS.
TV and said,
PBS.
I'm out.
TBS.
Oh, so you didn't
Oh,
even make it
come
through the
on.
watered down version?
No.
Oh, wow.
Jesus. Bull
No,
out.
That was a disgrace to go. And everybody that's a
Whoa, whoa,
Ghostbusters
whoa.
fan will tell you
Okay.
that's a disgrace to
All right.
Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Not because
No.
they're chicks. I don't
Well-
care if they're chicks. I'm saying because of the fact that the way they filmed it
I'm saying because Thor was in
So
it.
sick.
was horrible.
Acting like an idiot.
Yeah, Thor was.
the
Come on.
the secretary or whatever you want to call
Janine.
her. Yes, in the first one, she was more authoritative and shit. What do you want, Ghostbusters? What do you want?
Yeah.
yeah. And no,
But
but this
now
one's
with-
based off the original.
Now Thor playing the Janine part.
Yeah,
You
that
know, was
that
this sort of
was- that was lame.
yeah. Do you know Janine changed her entire wardrobe in the second one?
I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice that, really?
I'll have to go back and watch.
Wow.
She looks like a regular office person, and then the
Yeah,
second
but
one
she gets
has
into
like
Rick
Mercedes.
Moranis in the second
Oh,
one.
yeah,
right?
she does.
heavily.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
she
some
was
fighting going on.
she was ready to go.
Potts,
Yeah.
I think her name was.
Too bad that what's his name died. Egon.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah,
Because he was the brains.
he was. He wrote all of them.
Yeah, he did.
Because I think the rest of
I
them were
think
still
him
alive.
and Bill Murray were like fighting too around
Were
that
they?
time. Yeah, I think there was a feud or some shit. I want to look that up because I think and the Oscars when he announced something, he like made a shout out to him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, Killer Clowns is actually pretty neat because I did the walkthrough, right, which was phenomenal. They had like the actual masks from the Killer Clowns.
I was going to say, how close did they come to the
They
movie?
got the molds.
They got, wow.
They got the molds.
Wow.
Yeah, they
Can't
got-
beat that.
That's awesome.
Now this is the trailer for Killer Clowns. There's a reason why people
Oh, I hear the music.
are afraid. Now you see a straw coming through, or a liquid coming through a straw of clowns with a K. And it's a killer clown drinking said liquid. All new haunted house from Universal Studios, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
See?
Squeaky,
You're right.
squeaky.
The fans of that movie are gonna love.
I'm a big
that-
fan. I have it
that
on
room.
DVD. Wow. I love that movie.
It's hilarious.
It is. It is.
Pew pew pew.
And they have the cotton candy guns with the cotton candy, though they wrap you up in cotton
They
candy.
wrap you up in cotton candy.
Yeah.
And then they eat you later.
So
They-
you
yeah.
can't eat your way out of this?
No. Once they get you with the cotton candy gun, you're done.
Once you're in the cotton candy hold,
You're
tapping
done,
out.
Bro. It's
You're
like a
done.
Tapping
spider.
out.
It's like a spider's web with sugar.
That cracks me up.
So yeah, I would go Killer Clowns, Stranger Things, and Ghostbusters. That's what I would go first.
Wow.
So
And you said
go
what would you say, Len?
I'd go Stranger Things first because I love that show, but I'd probably hit Killer Clown, probably the same order.
Okay.
But I want to also see the Universal Monsters, so I might. Throw
yeah,
that
Universe
second.
might be my
Yeah.
my fourth.
Yeah, I might throw that one second
You
because
know.
that one's classic. But
I hope they get it right.
I hope so too. They have to, man.
Because there was one year when they combined Universal with Islands for Halloween Horror Nights, right?
Yeah.
And that was the year that Jurassic Park was really big,
Really
right?
big. Yeah.
Like huge. Okay, so they made like these this huge scare zone between two parks, and basically they had half man, half raptor type dinosaur outfits, right?
Very
Nice.
cool.
That's nice.
No, it was horrible.
Oh, okay.
because
I thought they would
They
make
look
that
like
work.
the-
being
the
Universal
latex-
Studios.
no, the latex was coming off.
Did they look like the
Oh.
dudes from Land of the Lost?
Yes. Yes.
Not the movie, the TV show.
No, the movie too.
No, the
Oh,
movie.
wow.
Yeah, because the latex was like curling up like this, you know.
Oh, man.
And you could see them moving, you know, and stuff. And it was just
That's
it was
terrible.
horrible, you know.
And
But
not really their fault either, you know?
why wouldn't it be their fault?
I know.
It's their design.
Well, it is. Well, not the. I mean, the guy wearing it.
No, the people who made the
right.
mask,
That's not good.
especially for Universal.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Universal
what I
should
was
have more
saying.
quality. Yeah.
Universal's for
Better.
the higher standard.
The best.
You know,
Yeah.
I can't say that all their houses were great. You know, at one point or time or another, because some were like, "Oh, it looks great on the screen." When you get to it, it's like, ugh, you know.
Because you're looking up close and like, how's this working?
Well, I mean, I'm still enjoying the event.
You
I
are,
mean-
but
I mean,
you're like enjoying it thoroughly.
Well, yeah, because I mean, it's,
Well, then maybe you can help me out with some of these things.
okay.
What is the what's the Arena of Gore with nightingales?
I haven't looked in that one yet.
Okay.
That-
The Terror and Depths of Fear, is that just
That looks like it's going to be a scare zone.
okay?
No, well, it might be a house.
I'm interested in the Yeti thing.
There's no video on it. That's
I
the
think it's going
problem.
to be a house, Bull, because it looks like a mining corp built in installation in deep waters.
Sony Pictures.
Maybe it could be,
Ghostbusters
though.
is coming down.
Chewy Rocks chimes in. It's an Edgar Allan Poe house. Oh, Chewy Rock said Edgar Allan Poe house was awesome.
Edgar Allan Poe.
The real house? Because that
No,
would scare the
I
piss
know,
out of me.
I know what Chewy Rocks is talking about. They did 1 year in Edgar Allan Poe house.
Nice.
And what they did was they actually had his writings in the audio as well. And you were walking through different scenes of the book.
Very cool.
Like you'd walk through one a floor, and it was the tall tale heart, right?
Yeah.
Where you hear the beating of the heart underneath the
Nice.
boards.
That would be cool.
You know.
Okay, that's creepy.
I forgot almost about that one, but thank you, Chewy
Wow.
Rocks.
Thanks, Chewy Rocks.
But I want to say that is going to be a haunted house, the Nightingales. Let's see. Did you see the story on it?
I didn't.
No, I didn't either.
It says as the blood soaks into the earth, the nightingales feed of the dead and crying. The
Nice.
nightingales are a grisly race of creatures that have been here since the dawn of time.
No, I wouldn't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, some of the concepts are great, but some of the concepts are sort of like, you know what I mean?
I've been here since the dawn of time, and I can tell you, I've never heard of the little bitches.
So the Depths of Fear will be a haunted house.
Will it be a haunted
Yeah.
house?
Of
Alright.
what? Of what? That's what I want to know.
Okay,
A
so
haunted house of what?
Mixes of all the elements of the unknown, the underwater elements, monstrous
Oh,
creatures,
see?
and countdown to the disastrous fate.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's going to be interesting. I wonder if they're going to be like scenes of underwater or some sort of water type gimmick.
Man,
They did a house 1 year.
I don't want to be.
It
in the
was
ground.
from what's the movie that the biker movie, Dawn of the Dead? Is it Dawn of the Dead?
You
That
talking
was-
about? You talking about?
Now,
Quentin
there was a biker
Tarantino
gang.
and
Yeah,
George
Quentin-
Clooney.
yeah,
Dawn
yeah.
of the.
No, that was,
what is that one?
Dusk Till
from
Dawn.
Dusk to Dawn. Yeah,
Yes.
with Selma Hayek in it. Yeah,
But
yeah,
they
yeah.
did a house after that movie, right?
Yeah.
And they had a great prop of a guy holding over a 55-gallon barrel, right? And he was vomiting, right?
Oh.
But what they did was they took a valve, right, hooked up to the water hose,
Yeah.
right, or a pump, and every time the guy would go like this, that valve would open and make him look like he was vomiting right outside the entrance of the house
Nice.
into the bucket. It was a great prop. I mean, it was fantastic. And,
Yikes.
1 year they had a Christmas house where all the reindeers took over Santa's, workshop,
Interesting.
and all the elves went crazy and started killing,
Get some impaled
Nice.
elves on
Yeah.
some horns and stuff. That'd be
So,
pretty
like
cool.
I said, a lot of this stuff works. A lot of this stuff are kind of like, you know what I mean? So you have to get them in a year that they're actually, really doing good. I think the Stranger Things series and franchise is doing well for Netflix, right?
Sure.
Yeah, doing real well.
But also adding that haunted house to that is actually going to be really well as well.
Yeah, it adds notoriety to the show for sure.
The Killer Clowns is again a
That's
cult
all
favorite.
you, buddy.
You've never seen Killer Clowns?
I haven't.
Really?
I haven't.
Now you have to go home and watch it.
No, I don't.
That's
Why?
your homework.
What's wrong with Killer Clowns?
What's wrong with? I don't know because I haven't seen it, but some B movie genres I can do, some B movie genres I cannot do, and that. Like I said, I mentioned. Did you find that Attack of the Killer Donuts I told you about the other day?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
It was on the day after we talked about it. I was flipping through cable, and there it was. I was like, oh, damn it, I hope Bull's watching.
So you'd watch the Attack of the Killer Donuts, but you won't just watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space for shits and giggles?
That's me. I won't watch. No, I did.
So
I
what's the
said it was
difference
on.
between
I didn't
the
watch it.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
Oh, okay.
I didn't want Killer Tomatoes. Okay, I'll tell you one that did. I got sucked in, and you guys are going to just rear back, and it was called Rubber. Did you guys ever
Rubber?
It was called Rubber.
Hey, Rubberhead.
And it was a I'm almost
Rubber?
scared to say this out loud. No, nothing fallacious. It was a radial tire rolling through the
God,
streets,
I see
killing
it.
people. Yes, and I got sucked into
Wow.
You know what?
Yes.
It's a 2010 drama fantasy.
What's that?
Rubber.
Did you find it?
Rubber.
25 an hour and 25 minutes, my friend.
I'll never get that time back.
68% Rotten
Oh.
Tomatoes rating.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, over 50%.
Okay, so let me ask you.
Made
you
in
this.
France, by the
Yet
way.
I won't do the Killer Clowns and Tomatoes and Donuts, man.
But you watch a tire
But
roll
I
through
watched
town.
Yeah.
it
So
to
how do
see
you
if
how do you watch the Attack of the Killer Tire, right? But you won't watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space. What is the difference between that two?
I don't know.
I'm
but
starting to get sucked into my own hypocrisy here, and I feel like I'm gonna have to go check
Because
out.
I just viewed the trailer for the Attack of the Killer Donuts.
Oh,
right?
did you?
Yes, and while we were talking,
It's
and
very cartoonish
well, I don't know
on their
about
close-ups. They
Jim. It's almost like Jim Henson Puppet Master type thing.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yes.
This is the trailer right here.
Don't worry. This won't hurt a bit.
This is where a guy sticks some sort of liquid into a fryer, and the guy kicks it, and they all have teeth, and they're all attacking the people.
Right, buddy.
I see what I think I'm seeing. The donuts are alive and mutated.
They're alive! Alive!
Let's call the police.
That's why.
Yes, yeah, the donuts are.
just want 12 munchkins.
All right, so let me ask you a
The
question.
tire didn't grow teeth or anything. It just
You-
rolled and rolled.
You said that you used to be a paramedic, right?
Yes.
Now, if you got a call about donuts, I know it's sort of juvenile.
Yeah.
What would be your first reaction?
Get the cameras ready,
No,
folks.
my first reaction would be, okay, are they all gone? Are they, are they not here?
the donuts in the
anymore?
house.
Are there any donuts in the house?
Do you have any milk?
Step on 'em.
Oh, look, a jelly donut.
That would be
Right off the patient.
I would freak out. I really would. Wouldn't you?
Would you treat the patient?
Hey, you have to.
No,
Absol-
seriously. In all reality, would you treat if that happened?
What happened, buddy?
Would you treat
I
the
got
patient?
bit by a donut. Yeah.
Oh, okay, let me put it like this: if you saw the donut actually like gnawing on the guy, right?
Yeah.
Can't believe
No, we're doing this. Let's go.
If you see a glazed donut, right, and he's eating this dude,
These aren't
what do you do?
glazed. They have icing.
Would
on
you
them.
actually
Doesn't
treat the
glazed-
patient?
Oh, so they're like an icing with sprinkles?
Does it
icing
matter
is
what
different
flavor
than
it is?
glazed.
Yeah, I know.
Glazing
It's
is
sprinkles,
just
so-
sugar.
So there's just icing
Icing.
donuts
No.
roaming
Yeah.
through town? Just icing.
Just icing donuts.
No, there's
I don't
different
think
donuts.
Oh,
There's
there's
jelly
different
donuts.
donuts?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Told you I didn't see it.
Thank God.
But you
just-
know about it.
I know about it because I'm
But you're
up
gonna
at
argue with me that
2:30
there's
and
no
30 in the
glazed
morning.
donuts?
Well, I saw like 2 minutes of them all in a crowd.
God damn
don't
it,
know
I
what
didn't
you
see
call
a
gaggle
glazed
of
donut, so there wasn't a glazed donuts.
So, what were we talking about? Jeez, you got me wandered off on what kind of donuts they
Linz
were.
has
But yes,
flushed
I
your
would
Christian
treat
once
the
again.
patient.
What?
I would treat the patient.
You
Of
would
course
treat
I
the
would.
patient.
And if
Would
he
you
was
eat the donut?
gnawing on him,
Uh-huh.
he's a fucking donut. I'm hoping that I can just grab him from behind, throw him on the ground, and step on him with those big boots we wore. So,
Right.
I'm hoping I can overcome.
How
the
would you
donut.
write that in your report?
As it happened. As
I walked in,
as-
I grabbed the jelly donut.
First
and
line, very first line. Patient states, "I was bitten by a donut." Patient.
And your boss is going to go, oh, come here. You got to tell me about this one.
Patient had open serrated bite wounds to lower ankle, right and bilaterally.
He couldn't walk.
And meanwhile, you're reporting it on the radio, right? And the people
Gotta
in the
do it to
hospital are trying to watch the Donut Killer Donuts
Yes.
movie, trying to figure out what the fuck did we do, you know?
Rampart, this is Squad 51. We have a donut attack coming in.
The donuts are real.
That's right.
They're real.
And they're watching the movie.
Why do they sound like toddlers or babies?
You just lost it, didn't you?
Oh my God. I'm gonna have to go home and watch at least one of these now. I'll have to watch
Killer clowns.
Donuts.
Killer Clowns.
Of course you're gonna go against what we ask you to do.
No. Killer Clowns, because my buddy has gotten every actor from that movie to sign his poster.
Well, that's incentive enough. Come on.
So, I'll go with that one. I'll
The buddy
trust
likes-
him before I trust you two guys.
The buddy likes the movie, yes.
Yeah,
what?
he
Okay,
does.
Ding, ding,
He
man.
does.
So why
He
why
does.
wouldn't you trust us then?
Of course I would. I trust you guys with Lynn's life.
All right, so what we can do is I can actually bring my projector, right?
Oh no.
And then we can project it on the wall.
We can Mystery Science Theater.
We
that
could.
bitch.
And then do it like, we're commentating on the
We
movie.
could do that if
And
you-
watch as a show and watch those Killer Clowns because we got the space.
I hate to ask this, but am I going to lose anything by y'all's commentary behind that?
Why
do you
would
mean
why would you lose
lose? What
anything?
were you
That's what
gonna
I was.
lose?
I just want.
No,
I,
you have to
I
watch
want
the
to stay
movie
in plot.
before.
I want to, keep the intent. I want to know why Bull loves this movie.
Because it's all the original, like the props are they're not like CGI'd. They're
Okay.
the comic value and
They're
how
not CGI'd, right? Yeah.
the comic value of how they do this movie is great. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
The entertainment of
the
it.
comic of it.
There's no words from the clowns. They're just walking around doing
The whole
like-
movie.
The whole movie. There's no words. They're just walking around, just sort of
See, I
like,
didn't know that.
yeah,
Okay.
classic movie,
Classic movie.
classic horror movie.
You'll be like, why the fuck did I watch this movie? But
Yeah,
Probably.
I mean,
That's
if
all right.
it might,
you watched a tire roll around town.
that is true. You did watch what?
Watch the clowns.
What
my
was the
friend.
other one like that? That was a Stephen King book, where the comet like circles the earth or something like that, and what's his name? The guy from the Mighty Ducks plays in it as well, and all the machines start taking over.
Oh, it's what the fuck? I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
The Green Goblin's on the one. What is it called?
Maximum Overdrive.
Yes.
Maximum Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive. But no, that's one of those movies that also is a good movie, but it's sort of cheesy too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever seen that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what I'm
Liked
talking about. Yeah.
I liked a lawnmower kicking itself on and chasing some guy down in his yard.
With the steamroller or the lawnmower?
Yeah, the lawnmower.
I tried to find that scene. I couldn't find that.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't find.
They cut it?
I don't know. I couldn't find it on YouTube.
Did you see
the,
that
the,
movie, Lynn?
The lawnmower scene when the lawnmower kicks on.
Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
There's
dude
a
gets run
lawnmower
over.
scene.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
thought
Somebody.
I
gets
know
run
they do,
over.
but I
Yeah.
couldn't find that scene.
Yeah, I don't think they show the whole thing, but they show the beginning of it.
They do show the
You
guy
will
getting
see.
hit by the soda cans.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
But they won't show a guy who gets run over by a
Ridiculous.
lawnmower. Or actually, they'll do a
Ridiculous.
steamroller too.
Yeah.
I'm a steamroller.
Steamroller is actually shown on YouTube, where a kid actually gets run over by a steamroller. I mean,
That's crazy.
it's a mannequin, but I mean, still.
Still.
It's a
That's when
child
movies
mannequin.
Listen, that's when movies were great, especially
when it was
horror
fake
movies.
shit, like the movie Mannequin.
No. I'm talking about just horror movies in general.
Never saw it.
That's I never saw it either.
Liars, both of you. Don't lie to me.
That's really what horror movies were actually better than what they are now, is because how they did all their stuff, the props.
Yes.
You know,
I
Man,
agree with
It's
that.
classic that way.
that is true. You can't remake it like
But
you know
sometimes-
Freddy with Robert England.
Yeah.
You can't remake that.
You
can't.
can't have
cannot.
another Freddy. They
No.
tried.
They
Did you
tried,
see
but
it?
they failed.
I couldn't make it through it.
I saw it. I actually watched it.
The whole
The one
thing?
movie I didn't even see until later on was Waterworld.
Oh, we talked about that.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got chastised for liking that movie.
For
Oh.
liking that movie.
We
I
won't talk
like
about it again.
I like that movie.
Then you like the Hollywood version of Universal. They have the show.
Really?
Yeah, the Waterworld show.
Yeah, I'll check that
Oh,
out.
You know, that might be
That's
worth
where I'll
checking
be
out.
when you guys are in the haunted house. The
We're
Waterworld
not
show.
going to California.
Do you not like haunted houses though?
I do. I love haunted
Yeah.
houses.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that over the years they there's not really been a lot of scary like horror genre haunted houses out
you
there.
wanna
That's
piss your
why they
pants,
came up
right.
with these haunted trails and stuff. What'd you say?
You want to piss your pants in a haunted
I
house?
don't, yeah,
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
I do. You go to a haunted house to be scared. You
Right.
don't go to be.
Laughing at shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
I mean, you can laugh at it. I'm sure this clown rock house that's going to be there. is-
clowns, rock
The Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
That one,
Remix.
the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I'm sure that house is going to be scary because it was a scary movie, and they don't.
Wasn't really scary though. It was more.
Don't
like,
talk me out of it, bull.
All right, my bad. Jesus.
Give me back my son.
I don't know. I think it'd be a good house. I'm excited about it.
Cool.
I'm good with that. So the guy from the Bucks Podcasting, which is another channel that I spoke to earlier, right? He wants to call in.
Stank bastard.
Was that his name?
I
Was that
think
his official
name's
name?
Stank bastard.
I don't know. I can't remember what his official name was. We haven't talked about it in a while.
We haven't talked in about 15 minutes. I forgot your name.
Let me see if I can get him on the phone here.
Let's talk.
It's dialing right now. Oh, yeah, it works. Look at that.
Whoa.
We have phone.
We have liftoff, folks.
The
We're one
hamsters
step
are moving.
closer to all of you calling us.
So what do we say? I mean, how do we?
We
you
say
know.
hello.
Hello?
Hello. This is Pizza Hut. How are you?
Thank you for calling.
Okay.
What? Can I order a large pepperoni?
Is this intern Betty?
Yeah. Did you call for intern Betty?
No, we call for Stank bastard. But what's up, intern Betty?
Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me go get Stank.
Get him.
This wasn't the guy I thought it was.
No, that's Stank bastard's intern Betty.
Oh, wait, hold on. Stank Bastard has an intern?
Yes, I'm pretty sure he has an
We
intern.
don't have an
Betty.
intern.
I know.
Hey, hello. Hello?
What
Yes,
up,
hello.
Stank bastard?
Hey, what's up?
How are
Sorry,
you?
my intern answered the phone.
That's
Oh,
quite all
cool.
right.
That's cool. We were
How
just
much
talking.
do you pay your intern?
How much? I pay her in cigarettes.
Ah, prison life.
How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you guys
He
doing?
didn't get that, did he?
No, he didn't do it.
No.
He didn't get your tautness.
God.
Oh, you were talking with your accent? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Jeez. Guy's got works. All right, so what's up?
You tell me. What are you guys up to?
You been in any training camp yet?
I just got back from training camp, actually.
How they looking?
I mean, it's they just put pads on today,
Okay.
so you got to see some hitting out there for the first time since in the Bruce Arians era. But
Yeah.
still kind of early. There's only been 3 practices. I'd say Jameis has looked okay.
How about the offensive line?
It's been offensive.
Oh, that's not good.
See?
No. I think that's our weakness, especially on the right side of the line. And today, now that they have pads on, you could tell they were struggling to give Jameis and the other quarterback time to throw the ball. But that's how it usually goes early in any kind of training camp. The defense is always ahead of the offense. It takes the offense a lot longer to get prepared. They have a lot more to remember. And defense is just kind of attack and react.
Did they let Jameis cut loose with a couple of footballs today? And if so,
Yeah.
how did?
Yeah,
is he getting it
he
out of
made-
his hand a little bit quicker?
I don't know. I don't know that that's really his issue. I think deep ball accuracy has been his issue. He's
Yeah,
got
I
a
think
pretty
that's always been his
decent
issue.
release. I mean, I wouldn't say he has the quickest release, but I think ultimately what concerns most Bucs fans is, can he throw the ball accurately? Is he going to make smart decisions with the football and not turn the ball over? Those are
Right.
the things he hasn't shown that the ability to get out of his game. I mean, we all know he can throw for a lot of yards, and he's pretty good at ad-libbing and running around and making big plays, but you got to take away the turnovers. You got to eliminate the turnovers, and so that's what they're obviously trying to get out or coach out of him.
I agree.
You think Arians holding him more accountable will make him move along a little fucking faster?
Yeah, I don't know that Dirk didn't try to hold him accountable. I mean, Dirk benched him last year,
That's true.
and was tried to ride the Fitzmagic train, into saving his job, which ultimately didn't work out. And then Jameis got his job back towards the end of the year and looked good. I thought he looked much better than he had looked, obviously, before he got benched. But, Bruce Bruce has a pedigree. If any coach can coach that crap out of Jameis, it's going to be Bruce.
Oh, I'm
He's
excited.
coached-
I'm excited about
Yeah.
Bruce. Yeah.
Hey, Coach Peyton Manning, Ben Roethlisberger,
Oh, yeah.
Andrew Luck. So it's the list of quarterbacks that the guy's worked with. He knows what it looks like, and he likes what he sees in Jameis, but he knows that Jameis is not a finished product. Jameis is only 25 years old.
Yeah, he's young.
He's still a young quarterback with 5 years experience, and so it's going to take him some time to learn this offense. And we haven't given him a whole lot of help. We haven't had a run game since he's been here. I think his first year was our best year running the ball in quite a while, but since then we haven't been able to run the ball.
Right.
The defense can't stop anybody, so the pressure's always on for him to go out and score. And if they, and it seemed like we were always playing from behind. So
Exactly.
if we change all those things, I think we have a better chance of having some success with him. And he's in a contract year, so
Yeah, playing
Well,
from behind
well,
always
well,
tires out your defense too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have a 3 and out, and the defense is right back on the field.
Right.
It's not good
Exactly.
for either side. So you got to have all phases, punching in the same direction, working in the same direction to have success.
Did they have a particular running back they were leaning on more today than the other, or they're
Well,
spreading?
Peyton Barber was our starter last year,
Right.
and so we didn't draft a quarterback. We didn't draft a running back. We didn't bring any free agent backs in. We essentially have the same group, other than a guy named Andre Ellington who
From
played
Arizona.
for Bruce in Arizona.
Yeah.
But he's kind of more of like a third down back. He's not an every down back. He's not going to get the tough yards. So I think Barber's going to end up being our feature back, and then you'll have a combination of Ronald Jones, who we did draft last year, and Ellington as our combination third down back.
Gotcha.
I think they would love for Ronald Jones to be the guy, but he looked suspect last year. But the offensive line did do a good job of blocking for him either. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, when you're that
the
small, it's
coaching-
easy to find a hole too, if you get good eyes.
And they kept the offensive line intact as well. They didn't draft any offensive linemen. They had, they brought in a few free agent guys, but no big names. So we're essentially going to have the same group of offensive linemen we had back again this year. So we'll see how much coaching makes a difference, because there hasn't been a whole lot of turnover. We've gotten rid of guys on offense. We got rid of Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
Adam Humphries went to Tennessee, and
Sad.
so we signed some subpar type free agents. A guy named Rashad Perriman, who was a high draft pick but really has been great in the league, and then we drafted a 6th round receiver. So I don't think scoring points is going to be necessarily our struggle. I think ultimately the defense plays better, and we turn the ball over less, and we make some fucking kicks.
Yeah.
Then it's going to win us some games. That's obviously the other area. That's the third phase of football.
Special teams.
Special teams, baby.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
we drafted the kicker again, and then that kicker we had at the end of last year, Tyler Santos, didn't have a bad season necessarily. So it's possible he ends up being our kicker again. Who knows? We'll see we'll have to see how it goes.
There's kicking competition in camp, and I think that's exactly what's needed this season.
Yeah, I like
Somebody
the
needs to
rookie
earn
kicker.
that job.
He's a fat kicker, and I've always wanted to have a fat kicker.
Yeah.
So
Like
I'm rooting for him.
Janikowski-ish.
Yeah, he's fat like Janikowski.
Nice.
Kick that ball, you fat bastard.
Kick it, fatty, kick it. Nice.
So what are you guys talking about? What's up?
We've been talking a bunch
Disney
of
and
Halloween Horror Nights,
Haunted
Universal.
houses.
It's been a very heavy
Oh, haunted
Universal
houses.
Haunted
Yeah,
Houses episode.
This is your season coming up. Well,
that is true. The Halloween season is very keen. Like most people like, Christmas.
Love Halloween.
I like Halloween.
I
For
love
some-
I'm with
Halloween.
you.
I like-
Halloween
Halloween's
is
cool.
my favorite.
So,
'cause I like.
Intern Betty, that's going to be your name, right?
Intern Betty is my intern.
Is your
Yeah.
name? All right. We just kind of
No,
found you.
Intern Betty is my employee.
Yeah, this is Steak
And,
Bastard we're talking
She
to.
came.
right
She
now.
went to camp with me, which is why she was right here.
Oh, I see.
okay.
Called.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I thought
Damn,
when
she
we
even works weekends.
well, no, I thought when we interviewed this person, it was going to be Intern Betty. But,
Oh, I mean, I have to give you her number.
no, I don't want a number, but I'm just saying.
Oh,
He wants it on the down low, Stank.
No,
He
I
wants
want
it
to
on the
know.
down low.
No, I want to know what is your
You wanna know if
official
she's single?
name? No, I want to know what
He wants
is-
to know if she's single and
God
she
damn it,
wants to
shut up.
mingle.
Hi, what's your sign? I'm 25.
Well,
I'm
I'm
pretty.
intern Betty.
Hello. No, I wanted to know who we were talking to so I can officially put it up there, because, when we talked about it, I thought that was what
You're
your name.
talking to Stank Bastard.
Gotcha, man. All right, you don't have to take so offense to it. Just a question, dude. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I don't even know if I spelled it right.
Hey, you guys were talking about Disney earlier. I
Yes.
saw the new Lion King last night.
How'd you like it?
It was okay. I just don't think it was necessary.
Thank
It's like I didn't
What do
think
you mean
Aladdin
not-
was necessary.
They're making money, bro.
But-
That's all it's about.
It's unnecessary. Why? I know why they're doing it. They're making
Yeah.
it to refresh the franchise and make money. But it wasn't a new story. It was basically exactly the same story.
But the old one holds its own. Am I right?
The old one holds its own. I'll tell you, my biggest dislike was they didn't bring Jeremy Irons back for Scar's voice.
Huge
Which didn't make any
mistake.
fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
Why
Huge
change,
mistake.
Why change Scar? The guy they brought in. I don't know. I didn't like the change.
He's got
Didn't
the
like it.
perfect voice for it.
He did. Well, he
Huh?
did a good Scar voice as well. That's what we're just talking about.
Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
Who did? I don't know who did Scar's voice for this one, for the live action one.
Okay.
But it wasn't Jeremy Irons. I know that.
He was
wasn't
on
Alfred from
what was
Batman.
that? What was that movie that he played in? Where there was a dragon movie. With the egg,
Oh, Lord of the Rings.
not Lord of the Rings. He was like the dragon
The Hobbit.
trainer, the dragon trainer guy, the Jeremy
The Dragon.
the one that played Scar in the original cartoon, right?
Mhm, right.
He also
Yeah.
played in a movie where he was sort of a dragon rider.
A dragon trainer
Oh.
or rider.
You know what I'm talking about? And the
do.
kid
I'm
had to
trying to
find
think.
an egg, or found an egg to help fight off this evil guy. You don't remember what it's
Hmm.
called?
I don't.
No.
Oh man, it was a. I don't know if it
Aragon.
went to Aragon. That's
Aragon,
what it was.
2006.
Thank you.
Aragon. He
Welcome.
played.
I think I saw that completely forgettable movie.
Oh, this guy wasn't that bad. I liked it. Aragon. Yes, thanks, Cheery Rocks. Aragon.
It wasn't good enough for you to even remember what the name of the movie was.
Oh, that movie was good. What
Yeah,
was it?
yeah,
What was it called?
It was good. What do you think about Mary Poppins?
I haven't seen the new Mary Poppins.
Okay.
I haven't seen the old Mary Poppins.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
What
Get
was
out
it?
of here.
What's wrong? Musical?
I will
or-
not. I got to work tonight. Huh?
Because it's a musical?
No. I just didn't. Lion King was one of the first
What?
Disney movies that I saw.
In the 90s, huh? You waited that long?
I didn't see Cinderella or Robin Hood or
Classics.
anything.
Really?
Yeah, none of those
Classics.
cartoons
Oh,
from Snow White.
come on.
Were you
Still
were you
no?
born in the United States?
I was.
Oh.
I was born here.
Where's
I
your
just,
papers?
I just
Let me see them. Take your
Just didn't
papers
see
out.
any of them. First of all, those are all. I guess
what?
I'm gonna be.
All what?
I'm gonna.
Go ahead, say
Classics.
it. Chick
These are all
flicks.
chick flicks, man.
It's
Cinderella.
flicks. Kiss
Now, hold
my
on. How
ass.
is
Yeah.
how are these like chick
Hey,
flicks when you grow up on them?
Did you know
as a
that there were
kid?
7 dwarfs in Snow White? That's
So
7.
what?
That's
What do you mean?
It's
7
still called
Every
Snow
little
White.
every little
cocks.
boy watches Snow White when he's a kid.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had older
don't-
Nah, he
older
was-
sisters. That's why I got.
Ah!
Bullshit. You would have
See
watched it
there?
if you were by yourself.
That's
Come on.
why he had older sisters.
He watched it, though.
and they sat on his head and said, "Oh, you're gonna
I
watch
bet you
this."
they did. He probably said, "What you watching?" and sat down.
But yeah, I just
This
I
man
just,
says I'm a man. I don't do
did-
that.
Yeah, I just didn't see
I do
those.
manly things.
So we're gonna have to sit you down, Clockwork Orange style, and make you watch some
I'll
chick
watch
flicks,
Clock-
quote unquote.
Yeah. You get chick
Oh,
flicks
shit.
from
Hate chick flicks. Anyway.
Snow White and all that.
Jesus
Come
Christ.
on.
Live.
No.
Classic.
No,
Actually, those weren't actually the true stories either.
I had the album Peter and the Wolf.
You know that, right?
What's that?
Those movies were not actually the official movies. Those were just Disney's version.
Oh, they're
The
Grimm
Fairy- yeah.
tales. They're Grimm
Yeah.
fairy
Yeah,
tales.
Disney
yeah.
bought the rights. To
Disney
Right.
actually.
They're like
what?
the Lore podcast did a whole series about that. If you guys ever heard Lore?
I think I have the Lore podcast.
Yeah, Lore. It's a phenomenal
I'll have
podcast.
to check it out.
If you're into the supernatural or
Ooh.
any kind of the dark history of where where any kind of story comes from, like where the story of witches come from, or the story of fairies come from, you know, where it all comes from, and it dives deep into that kind of stuff. So it's really well done, and it's kind of creepy on top of it.
That was enough for me. If it's creepy, I'm in.
It's creepy, he's in.
Yeah, I'll check it out. And I think Amazon produced like a video version of the podcast of the Lore podcast.
Nice.
So it became really famous.
So this is the Lore podcast right here. Let me see if I can fast forward to some.
Yeah, I'm not trying to promote other podcasts.
Galeochi
on the show,
patrols
but
the
that's one
waters off the
you guys
coast
should
of the
check out for
island,
sure.
Hold on.
moving both above the
That
water
and the Bucking Idiots
and below.
podcast.
The ship
Bucking idiots,
itself
subscribe,
is a
people.
sentient being and has the
Subscribe,
ability to
listen.
sense when someone
Like,
from the
love.
island has drowned.
This guy's just reading
After they
stuff.
die, these people are brought onto the ship by two sisters
What, the Lore
and their
podcast?
brother.
Yeah, I thought it was just one of those things where more visual, like you can see, you know, different videos, you know, stuff like
Oh, no, I think he's
Oh,
just.
I actually
you
haven't
gotta
seen
look
the
at,
I haven't
Amazon.
seen the video version
Are
of
you
it.
looking at Amazon? Or you just
Oh.
looking at the
You
I think he's
YouTube.
giving you the audiobook
go to
version of it.
Amazon.
Oh, I've
There's-
only
yeah.
I've only listened to it. I've actually never seen the show. I've only
that.
listened to
Yeah,
it.
that'd be great just
the
to
iTunes.
listen to it, but not like watch it.
It
you know
is.
what I mean, I'd get bored. I need to have pictures.
So can I get a football question off my chest?
Sure, we can go back to football.
Stank bastard.
Yeah.
Should, with everything that happened and the admitting and the lying and everything, with the young lady in the, what was it, a Uber or Lyft or something like that with Jameis Winston. Should he still be on the team?
Should Sue be on the team?
Jameis.
Should Jameis be on the team?
Yeah. If you look at these
I mean, he wasn't-
situations with
he wasn't
Tyreek
charged
Hill,
with any- he wasn't charged with any crime.
no,
He wasn't
you're right.
He wasn't arrested. It wasn't any kind of criminal investigation. I think the only reason he got suspended for it was because he came into the league with a strike, you know, based off of what happened with the whole rape allegation while he was at Florida State.
Right.
And you know, I mean, the guy was in the media for a lot of crazy reasons, the whole crab legs thing. So, but he was never arrested, so you can't, you know, take his livelihood away for an accusation. I think ultimately the reason he was suspended is because he didn't report it. He didn't report the issue, you know, to the NFL Players Association, to the NFL. He didn't report it, and then it took them getting the report or the complaint from her.
Right.
You know, it's not like he raped or molested her. You know,
I
think
agree. I agree.
He made a sexual advance at her from all accounts. You know, and he came out and apologized for it. But you know, what young millionaire single guy hasn't made an advance at a woman before? But you know, obviously, she felt uncomfortable and she thought it was inappropriate, so she made the claim. You know, she may have heard, "Hey, this guy's got millions of dollars in the bank. Maybe I can get paid. Who knows?" But
Okay.
it's one of those things. But anyways, yeah, he shouldn't lose his job for it.
Okay.
They suspended him. He paid the price for it. I thought it was, I guess you could say it was fair, and that's it.
All right. Cool. Thanks, man.
All right, well, thanks, Stank Bastard. And when would you be joining the show?
When will I be joining the show?
Yeah, like when
in
are you?
person?
Yeah, we want to meet you in person.
You guys got to just tell me the next time you're recording, and I'll let you know. I got to get with my agent,
Yeah,
okay?
get with her.
Because I'll tell you, when I show up and do a show, that
Uh-huh.
there's some things I need. You need to have, like,
Right.
I need
You got a
several
writer? Is that
bottles
what you're
of-
telling us? You got a
I
writer?
need a writer. I need several bottles of Fiji water.
Get all the green M&Ms out of the bowl.
That's right.
No, I don't do. I'm doing M&Ms. I do. I want a bowl of black jelly bellies.
Gross.
Well, tell Betty to get on that shit.
Yeah, and I got no money here, so. All right,
That's what Betty's job is.
Gotcha.
Nice.
All right, well, thank you, Stank Bastard, for being on the phone and chit chat with us. We appreciate it, and we will
All
probably
right,
not this
bullshitters.
Friday, but next Friday. All right.
Thanks for having me on, and don't forget, check out the Bucking Idiots podcast.
Thanks, Stank.
All right, man.
Thanks, Take care.
Give me that audio
All right.
too. So,
Peace out. I already did. Check your email.
all right, I'll check it in a minute. All right, thanks, buddy.
All right, bye.
See ya. That was Stank Bastard on the phone. Wonderful podcast guy for the Bucks. Not for the Bucks, but he does his sort of opinion on the Bucks. So he went through 2 hours of kind of great programming, I think.
It didn't seem like 2 hours.
No, it didn't. Let's see if I can get this right. I haven't got the ending show music sort of compiled yet.
I feel like we're starting all over.
I know. Once I get that done, plus I'll be working on a new intro for the show as well. So I just want to thank all the listeners.
Thank you, listeners. Thanks
Chewy
for
Rocks,
all the notes today.
Big Papa Smurf, Roxanne Sanchez, Chewy Rocks as well.
Hey, Cunning.
Thanks to is it we're going to call you Christopher?
You want to call me Christopher?
It's up to you, buddy.
That's the one you keep saying.
That's the one you keep saying.
Christopher or
Yeah.
Mark or whatever your name is.
Whatever your name shall be.
Lent, thank you so much as well.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you guys
welcome.
for coming out here.
Shout out to my sister-in-law. Happy birthday if you're listening. Love
Happy
you.
birthday, little sister. Thank you all for listening. Bulls Radio Lounge. This is the Bullshitter Show, special edition on Sunday, because this Friday will not be here. Don't forget you can donate. Just hit the link on the bottom of the page, and you can get better equipment for the show. I am Bull for the Bullshitter Show. Don't forget next Tuesday, Bull and the Bartender Show, 8 p.m., only on Bulls Radio Lounge.